R&B Money. We up. Tank. J Valentine. We are the authorities on all things R&B.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tank.
I'm J Valentine.
And this is the R&B Money Podcast.
Tell 'em what it is.
The authority on all things R&B.
Yeah.
Today we're getting down to business.
Standing on it.
What we doing?
Standing on it.
We standing on business today.
Yeah.
Take a special breed.
Yeah.
You had to have been in this shit a long motherfucking time. A lengthy tenure.
Yeah. Early.
To get miles of experience.
Come on. Speak on it.
To be this type of individual.
Yeah.
To be this kind of a person. To have this type of understanding.
To represent it. To write it. Huh? And art.
Huh?
Yeah.
So many things come in the form of Lydia Asrat. Yeah, I have many dialects. Lord has blessed me with many tongues.
Yes, you did.
Tank is Ethiopian now.
You know, that's
You know, you low-key look Ethiopian, and people have asked me in my community if you're Ethiopian because they know I know you.
really.
They're like, he's Abasha.
I should do a.
Tank is Adisha.
I should do a 23andMe.
You should.
And see what's going on.
I could see it.
You might find out some shit you don't want to know, man. That's what I always look at with you.
Or you find out some shit you do want to
Yeah,
know.
let's just see what happens. I can get adopted by some, you know what I'm saying? I can really tap into the culture. Some things are happening over there. I know.
There are.
Yeah, it is.
But you do look it.
Okay. What is the look? What am I giving?
What you're giving is it's the proportions of our face. I don't know if you guys have. I know you know because you're from the Bay. You've seen a lot of Ethiopians and all East Africans.
Absolutely.
But we have a
DC
certain,
does too, though.
DC does a lot. So you should know. It just. I think we just have a distinctive look. Like
It's a very
the way our
distinctive look, for
eyes
sure.
are set, our noses are set. I think it's mostly right here.
Okay.
But yours kind of looks like you look like a couple of my cousins.
I know we're relatives.
I
I'll
don't know
give
how
you
to
a
explain.
name because Darrell doesn't sound very.
Well, yeah, I know.
Ethiopian.
But Darrell's, I mean, that's what your mom picked or your dad picked.
My mom picked it, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He's something a little more Ethiopian.
You do. It would be like Tedros. Ooh. Tedros.
Tedros.
Wasn't that the Weeknd's name in
Oh, it was.
in that TV show?
When he was a murderer?
He was like the club promoter, wild nigga. Oh, you remember that?
Tedros.
But like the number one Ethiopian singer, his name is Teddy Afro.
Teddy Afro.
He's huge.
Teddy Afro.
We need him on the show.
Beyonce put his song at the end of her concert when she went to Ethiopia and it went nuts.
Really?
Y'all should go watch that. I've
definitely.
never seen
I
no
gotta
shit
see
like
that.
that.
I want to say
It was for our New Year's, and she like played it after she was done and had her dancers dance with
I know,
everybody.
it went crazy.
Oh, they said it was shaking the stadium.
Shit.
Nuts. I wish I was there.
Shout out to B.
Shout out to B.
Yeah, she be tapped in.
Queen.
Always tapping in.
Yeah,
in.
that was like 2011.
Hello, Lydia.
Hi,
How you
guys.
doing?
Hi, friends. Hi,
dog.
family.
You know, we always find ourselves in cool rooms. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be some fitness equipment around or some papers to be signed. Like we always
are.
do this.
We always are outside in some capacity.
Yeah, and I think, I think it's just very, very, very vital and important to have this conversation, your conversation, so people can understand not just the ins and outs, but there's a different level of in and out being a woman of color in this space.
100%. Being
And
a woman
so-
in general.
and
woman,
then,
period.
And then a woman of color.
Yeah. And then a young
And then,
woman is just like,
We gonna get you to 30 under 30. And shit. I mean, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Forbes on their ass.
I ain't never been no four.
Listen.
Listen, God is good.
I've
they
driven
never
a
called me.
Ford. I have.
Yeah.
In Forbes.
I had a Ford Focus.
Okay.
You had to be focused in that motherfucker too, nigga.
Nigga, windows were on.
I was in the Camry. That was my car.
I literally had a Ford Focus. I was pulling up to Underdog Studio with a Ford Focus.
Really?
Oh yeah. Driving from Corona.
We had so many jokes.
Like I was literally
shit.
What?
driving from Corona.
Yeah, so many jokes.
At least the gas was good.
Because he had already had a platinum album out. So yeah, you know what I mean? It's just the music business. The music business.
Sometimes you fuck up the money.
Yeah,
I understand.
Now I had a house.
Okay.
But,
you were doing it the right way because I know a lot of people who have the car and don't have the house.
Yeah, he wasn't doing it the right way.
I was on fumes.
He wasn't.
I was on fumes.
Don't listen to that.
It wasn't fully furnished.
Bologna sandwiches.
A lot of chilies.
Did they come back and get it?
I want my baby.
Did they come back and get it?
Eventually, somebody came and got it.
As if the house was going anywhere. Did they come back and get it?
Here's what's crazy. As I'm losing the house, the realtor who sold me the house snuffed the house out from under me at the short sale price.
Not preying on your downfall.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
Well played. Well played.
They got the commission and they got it back.
So he kind of bought it with his money.
Yeah, they did. But look at you now.
I couldn't be mad because I needed it off my books.
Right.
He said, take it.
Please.
Take it.
Take this motherfucker.
Take it.
I'm doing bad. It was around my divorce. It's just a tough time. Anyway, back to you, Lydia. Okay.
What a great space you're in now. Shout out to you. God is good. Right? Oh, he's about to start sermoning right now.
Oh, listen. It's about to go.
You just don't stop working.
Right.
That's true.
That's really all it is.
That really is what it is, though.
Yeah.
That's like my life story. Just don't stop.
Because not downfalls, but knockdowns are inevitable.
It's life.
In any fight.
It's life.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
What are you going to do after that?
Yeah.
I'm going to act like I didn't just fall.
Yeah. Until I'm up again.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Right.
You're going to think I'm still doing something
Yeah.
in the middle of me doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
When I was waiting outside them clubs, waiting for Jamie Foxx to come so I could get in, I was dancing in front of the club. Ooh,
Were you?
We coming in a minute. Yeah. I'm just waiting on Jamie because he got all the all the stuff with him. So I'm gonna come in when he come in. Because the bouncers was like, "You're not coming in."
Wow, I didn't know
Same
that.
bouncers that used to do security for me.
And that's when it's full circle.
What?
Oh yeah, that is the not just the music business. That's the entertainment
Industry.
industry in a nutshell.
100%. And it's like, and it feels that is what low key makes all this stuff like, okay, I could do it again.
Yeah.
You could do it again.
What are you gonna do right there when the bouncer that used to work for you says, "No, you can't. Not right now. It's gonna be 100 a person."
Most people would just go under the couch and.
I still had to get in there.
You got to go. Yeah,
You got in.
I still had to get in there.
Yeah.
Hook or crook. I'll wait. How far are you, Jamie?
Yep.
We about 40 minutes out. We finishing up our food. Okay, right here. I was
You got to
chasing
plan
the
out the
cracker.
time right better next time. Why'd you leave before he told you was on the way?
All right, that.
That's your fault.
Because Jamie's always late.
It's called thirst.
Then you should have known
It's
that.
called thirst.
Yeah.
Just in case.
The thirst was real.
Clearly, if he's dancing
Hey,
outside.
hey, Jay used to be, "Nigga, you chasing the Kraken again?" Absolutely. I gotta have it.
It's called thirst.
I would have just went to where they was eating.
No. There's a chance that I would have missed them.
Right.
And listen,
they could be coming.
Because Jamie's one of those guys, like, if you don't walk in with him,
It's over. Well, no, that's everyone.
good luck.
That's not everyone.
That's
It's not
mostly
everyone.
everyone.
Listen,
Mostly.
It's not us.
If we fuck
we go
with
to
you,
the door and get
I know
everybody.
y'all. Y'all do. I remember when we were in Vegas, Soul Train Awards last year.
I'm not going for my people not getting in.
That's true. But if it's live on a Sunday night,
I'm going to get you.
you will.
We're going to go find Mike.
You guys
Come
will.
on, Mike.
Mike.
Mike, I need you, baby. Come
Need
on.
you.
You guys will. But
Yeah. No. The
You know
industry
how-
won't. The industry
most of
won't.
the- most
The
of-
industry won't.
or you standing outside for the 40 minutes dancing like Tank.
Bro, you know, we in here, bro. The
There was
text
no
don't
service.
work.
There was no
How many
service.
hoes on your phone that you replied to, nigga?
Or just walked in.
Standing next to one of them.
I said that.
I'll be out to get you.
Hey, that's funny as shit right there, though.
That's the way.
I'm talking to him right now.
Yeah, we together. Oh, we coming.
Lydia,
Hey, guys.
let's go back to the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Why not? We have time.
We do.
Yeah, let's go to the Bay.
Let's go to the Bay where
Look at
we
this.
reside.
Bay.
The Bay connection.
Give me the Bay. Give me the early beginnings of you finding your way into this
Okay.
and why.
So I am Ethiopian, clearly. And I always just, since I can remember, my parents said since I was like 2 or 3, since I could stand, I just watch Whitney Houston on TV. Like there's videos, home videos of just me watching and like trying to dance like her and just humming shit. And it's like, I've loved music since then. I don't remember a time where I didn't love music. So I was like, cool, bet. In my head, I'm doing music. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing music as like a 6, 7, 8-year-old. Until I started to be like, I can hold a note. I can kind of sing. Okay. So then I got into elementary school and I would sing in the choirs and be the vocalist. Also, I went to all white school from K through 8. Me and my sister and 2 other boys who were brothers were the
How
only
is that possible?
black people in the school, private school.
Oh, y'all had a little money. Amen.
We were blessed.
Yeah.
My father came from Ethiopia and started a business that did well.
Come on, Pops.
Pops did that.
Come on, Pops.
And so he was like, oh yeah, you're going to be a doctor or a lawyer.
Our lawyer.
You know, that's the two, especially in the African household. Doctor, lawyer. Now they've thrown an engineer in there, I heard.
I heard.
Heard there's some progress.
I heard there's a little bit
we
of
got a third
progress.
option.
Engineer is now a thing, which is cool. That wasn't my shit. So I was like, okay. So now I was always being picked to sing at these solos and do all that. And I was like, cool, this is what I want to do, to the point where my dad was like a church guy. He still is. My dad, loved my dad and my mom. But my dad, heavily involved in church, like on the board, vice president, treasurer, all that. So we were going to church every Sunday to the point, and like the bishop of all of our whole situation community would come over every Sunday, have dinner with us and stuff. And one night we were driving him home and he goes, Lydia, what do you want to be? My dad almost literally stopped the car and looked back at me like, don't you dare say you want to be a singer. And I was like, I want to be in music. And he literally started doing the sign of the cross. And
Your
started,
father?
no,
Oh,
the bishop.
Bishop.
Okay.
And like praying. And my dad was like, she doesn't know, you know, and like doing the whole sign of the cross. And I'm like, what did I do? Like, what's wrong with being in music? Like, I don't understand.
Right.
And it just, you know, they're old fashioned, and it just like in any church, music was like the devil's work.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be, unless you're singing for God. And I didn't say I wanted to be singing in the church. I just said I wanted to be in music. So my dad dropped him off and he was like, what's wrong with you? Why would you say that? And I was like, I don't know. Like, that's what I want to do, you know? And he's like, that's really hard. And, you know, just make sure you stay in your own path. And I was like, okay. But I'm the oldest. Like, I was doing what I wanted to do. But I also played volleyball and sports. So my dad was like, maybe you should just stick on that. Not to say my dad didn't believe my dreams, because he did. I love him. But
It's just a tough sell.
he just is like, how, first off, I'm an African man with a hard, heavy accent. I don't know nothing about that. Who are you looking up to?
Yeah.
And that was my biggest thing, especially.
Is the pastor Ethiopian as well?
Yes.
So the church is.
The church is
okay.
a completely Ethiopian church.
Okay.
Ethiopian Orthodox.
Yeah.
Orthodox, yeah.
And it's called Madani Alem. And it's like very, very like a huge affluent church in Oakland, but he came from Ethiopia too. So he's like one of the hires of like all of the dioceses and all that stuff. I'm probably butchering the names of all this stuff, but he's like one of that, like we don't have a pope, but he's like one of those highest
Oh, wow.
ones.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I
Gotcha.
said it to like, imagine like somebody writing underneath the pope,
Yeah.
not knowing. And I just was like, I don't know what to tell you. This is my thing. to the point where like my dad would be like, okay, you can't listen to bad songs and stuff. And my grandpa knew I loved music, so he would like get me B2K. I will never forget B2K Pandemonium album.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Listen,
I love it.
that's the only thing I wanted. He got it. I had my Walkman. You guys remember the Walkman?
Of course.
So one day I was feeling it. I think my dad was like, what is she listening to? Because he was like calling my name. I didn't answer. And he's like, what are you listening to? And I was like, oh, shit. Nothing. He was like, let's go in the car. Give me the CD. Literally.
Sexy body go bump, bump.
That's
bump.
exactly. That's exactly what he pressed play. And the first thing is, all the sexy ladies around the world. I said, and he said, come on. All I want to do is see that sexy body go bump, bump, bump. And my dad turned to me with the most
Disgust.
disgust.
I already know. Because I would
I'm
do
like
the same
12.
thing. I would do the same thing.
He was like,
I do the
I would do the
same.
same thing.
What is
even
he
though I make
saying?
the music.
he said, what is he saying? I was like, I don't know. I just like the beat.
I like the beat.
He said, okay, I'll get you a song. I'll get you a full album with just beats, and took it out and broke the whole album in front of me. Like broke the CD in front of me. I cried. He was like, where are your boxes of CDs? I was like, I don't know. I hid them. My mom came in. She was like, leave her alone. My mom was the only one championing like this.
And your grandfather.
And my grandpa did.
Grandpa got you
Oh,
B2K.
my mom
Grandpa
called my
lit.
grandpa. It was her dad too. Told him next day. She said, check under your pillow when you get home.
Got her another one.
Got me
Back lit. I'm back.
Another one.
Got me another one. I was bumping on my way home. As soon as I saw my dad came, turned it down, hit it.
Yeah.
It was that the whole time. And then until I started to go, I went finally to high school, Bishop O'Dowd.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, niggas? It was niggas everywhere. It was just people who looked like me. And I was like, oh my, to the point where my grades started plummeting. Like my dad had to sit me down. He was like, I'm gonna put you in a public
is
school.
good.
You going to Skyline, keep
Right.
fucking around with me.
Nah, he didn't want to see him from Bishop Dow to Skyline. though. You really would have been turned thin on top of that hill.
But I didn't
Good
know.
thing he kept you on the Bishop O'Dell hill. You didn't, yeah.
I didn't know, but he knew you already went to school. You have friends, so if I take you out, it's gonna be a problem. Keep playing around. And I was like, okay. But it was just like, oh my God. I just have people who look like me, like girls, boys, there's niggas who are fine. I was having crushes on Sean and Connor, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like not knowing. And so I went there, and then I joined choir there too. But I also was playing volleyball like year round. And that's when it was over. My dad was like, okay, she's going to do whatever she wants to do. Because at that point, I had posters of all these people on my wall now. He used to take them off. That was done. He found out me and my mom drove me like 3 hours away to Modesto, I think it was, for this like, I don't know who it was. It might have been L.A. Reid or somebody like that was throwing an audition. And like went there. My mom had me do it with not telling my dad. Well, now he knows. And
I know which one you're talking about.
you know what I'm talking about?
I know which one you're talking about. And it was, I think it was through Hitco, but it was Shakir Stewart. Because he was from Oakland. And he had done a few auditions back home.
And it was like, you need to come to LA and stay here for
I'm pretty sure that's what that was.
I think it was.
Yeah.
But
Maybe 15, 16 years ago? Or maybe.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 31 now. So it was like, I was like 14, 15.
Yeah.
And they picked me.
Oh, wow.
Shit.
And mom was like, shit. I don't know what we're supposed to do now. 'Cause your dad don't know about this. And it was like, you have to send your kid away, kind of. And my mom was like, I don't know, you on your own now. And I'm like, girl, what you mean? Like, how we going? And she was like, I don't know, you know? And he was like, over my dead body.
Shit.
Over my dead body.
So you get picked,
And
but
I
you
don't
can't
go.
go.
I declined. Wow. Yeah.
You cried again.
Yeah.
You cried again.
I was so hurt because I was like, he just ruined my life. He just ruined my life. Because I didn't even know exactly, like, I didn't know if I wanted to be a songwriter. I didn't know if I wanted to be in front of it. I didn't know if I wanted to be a manager. I didn't know if I always loved A&R though, like picking and hearing different things and putting a song together. So I knew that was something I loved, but I sang too. So it's like, do I want to be that? I don't know. And I was like, but you just took it all away from me. We used to watch Making the Band and Danity Kane and Day 26 as a family. So it's like the one chance I had to be in that, but I think that's what scared him. Because he was like,
Watching
look at that.
Right,
Look at that.
right.
So he said no. And I was like, I hate it here. I hate it here.
I hate it here.
I hate it here. Like, this is terrible. And I know now, I knew later too when I went to college, he was just trying to protect me, you know?
In terms of the only way he knew how.
Right.
Right.
Because, you know,
He knows nothing about
a
any of
lot
this
of us
stuff.
are first generation.
100%.
All of this shit.
Yeah.
So all he knows is
What,
what you just said, the Making the Band and
Yeah.
going to get cheesecake 50 miles away.
Right.
And I'm not letting my daughter go through that. You out your mind. I'll kill somebody over there.
Exactly. And then I can't even you're not even in the same city as me. So I can't run up and, no, you're not doing it.
Yeah.
You're not doing it. So our compromise was, I'll give you piano lessons. And I was like,
Okay. I mean, this is gonna help.
that's
It's gonna help the craft. No.
She still hated
No.
it here.
All right.
She's-
I never got the piano lessons.
Oh, you got okay.
Because he was like, you find the person. Every person I find, he'd be like, I don't want them in my house.
That's great.
Hey man, Pops was wild.
I like what he's doing. I like it.
Pops was not playing no games.
It's just like, I feel you. I feel you. You know, you just trying to protect me. Doctor, lawyer. And my sister is like the smartest person I know, and like she got accepted to Harvard. She went to Stanford. She picked Stanford.
Okay.
Went to
'Cause she
Stanford
picked.
instead. Yeah, she
she
picked.
picked.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey,
And what college you go to?
I went to LMU.
Oh, okay.
I went to Loyola Marymount.
So you found your way to LA though. You like
Oh, I knew. I was
Yeah.
like, cool. So if you're not gonna let me, as soon as I turned 18, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'm out of here. I knew it.
and
I didn't
I
even
know
care
where I'm
what
going.
school I got into. I wanted to go to USC. I think I got accepted like second semester or something, and he X'd that out because he's like, so you gonna take a semester off and just be in LA? No. I was like, okay, I'll go to LMU. I don't care.
I'm out though.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. And I went with my cousin's fake ID. So as soon as I stepped there, I was already in the clubs. I met Brandon Moore. Do you know B Moore, YG's manager? He was somebody who was like, so like, you want to be in this? Okay, cool. Like I saw the clubs as a networking place.
Yeah.
I was like, this is how I can get closer to these artists or these managers or these A&Rs or whatever. Cool. I'm going in there. I don't even drink, so I'm not getting drunk. Y'all all can think everyone else is drunk, but now I get to talk to you and you're not going to be like, who
Right.
is this person?
Yeah.
Right.
So I knew.
People are a little more vocal when they're drunk.
a little more, you know?
Yeah.
They give you more information. when
Way
you're
more
drunk.
information.
Yeah.
Sometimes information you don't want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use it to your sober advantage. though.
Right.
Sober as hell.
Yeah.
So I finished out high school. I had such a great time in the Bay, but also the Bay is such a melting pot of music. Like people were going dumb, and the hyphy movement was a thing. Mac Dre, Keek the Sneak, like all of these men. It was mostly men, but also shout out to Keisha because Keisha Cole was doing her thing, and there was other women who were doing things for Oakland too. But it was such a melting pot of like, we're creating our own culture, and I was like, this is so dope. We have our own sound. How can we make it even bigger? Like when you're from the Bay, I feel like everyone knows like we rep the Bay. Like
Yeah.
we from Oakland, like or the Bay in general, but like you rep it. So I came to LA and I was like, I'm just this girl from the Bay, and I know music. They were like, okay, what do you do? I was like, I go to LMU.
Yeah, I got it down there.
And then LMU is such a like not black school that it's like,
Yeah.
girl, what you know? Like,
Yeah.
And I'm like, I do. But then I got my internship at Warner Brothers.
While you're in school.
How do you get that though?
LMU. Shout out to LMU. Okay. They had a great.
So they had a program.
They had this online. You had to do the work. So they had a whole system, a whole portal for like internships and jobs, part-time jobs while you're there. So I worked a full-time job, not full-time, but I worked a full-time that you could do while you were in school because I was a full-time student. And then I was like, I need an internship. I need to somehow, because I worked on campus. And so I was like, how do I do this? Because the way they set it up is like, there's this amount of money that you could get if you work on campus. But if you don't work on campus, they don't give it to you. And now it's like harder for you to do.
Gotcha.
So I was like, okay. So I'm scrolling through, and one of my good friends, Chloe, hits me and she's like, girl, there's this internship from Warner Brother Records on here. And I was like, where? I've been looking. It was like 150 pages.
Shit.
And there'd be like 100 on each page. And they're words. They're not pictures or anything. So it's like homework. You're like, no, I don't want to be at Deloitte. No, I'm not an engineer. No. And there was nothing to really like search through. You just had to search through it yourself.
You couldn't filter it. Yeah.
Because it was back in the day. A little bit.
Of course.
So she was like, here, and sends me the link. Fill it out. Literally the next week I got a response. Went there, did an interview. They were like, we're picking a few people, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God, please. Mind you, LMU is in Westchester. Mm-hmm. Warner Brothers is in Burbank. Mm-hmm. That drive.
Right. It's not like you was Interscope and you had to go right to, you can just go to Santa Monica.
An hour and change.
easy.
And I have no money.
What's that?
I have no money.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, that one time was cute. I could afford it. They call me. They're like, we're picking you. You got it. I remember exactly where I was. I was leaving the Westfield Mall, Fox Hills.
Fox Hills.
I was leaving Fox Hills. That was our spot.
Yeah.
Left Fox Hills, got the call. I was ecstatic. You're starting next week. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I was like, okay, great. This is amazing. And then I was like, do you get paid? They're like, you get college credit, girl.
Oh.
I was like, because you know they get paid now.
They're paid internships.
What?
Yeah, they're paid internships.
You could
now.
sue them if you don't get paid.
Yeah.
Like a full job.
Yeah, it's different.
Yes.
It's different. It's different now.
They get fully paid.
So you know what?
Yeah,
It's better now. Okay.
It's good. And I'm happy for the kids, but it was rough for us because I still had to do my job. So now I'm in my counselor's office, like, how do I change my schedule around? I moved all my classes to Tuesdays and Thursdays so that I could go into WBR, which is Warner Brothers, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Wow.
But it
And
was
how were you getting there?
driving.
You had a car though,
I had a car. I had my little black Camry, called her Coco.
but you didn't have much money.
I didn't have no money. I didn't have no money to the point where it was like, my friends would be like, it's my birthday. Can you come to the paper for my birthday? I was like, y'all all gonna pitch in $10 for this mega bus for me to come back? Because if not, I don't know what to tell y'all. My money is for my food, and that's about
gas
it.
and food. That's it.
Mm-hmm. And even though, yes, my parents are
You
great.
were living on campus.
I was living on campus. They were helping me pay for my college. So they were like, you
Yeah.
got it, girl. I also was playing volleyball, but like, no, you got it.
Oh, you keep saying volleyball. You were playing volleyball?
Mm-hmm. I played volleyball. I was a libero. You see how you coming for me? I'm 5'3".
No. I'm just, listen, I know volleyball. My daughter plays volleyball.
I'm 5'3". I was libero.
So I'm just saying, like,
I was good.
you got to be good
I was great.
to be 5'3" and playing college volleyball. You got to be exceptional.
Well, that didn't last that long.
Right, I get it.
Yeah.
But even
it was like freshman year.
But even to make the team, like to say I play volleyball, like I've watched those girls. I've been to the tryouts, and I'm like this. Oh,
That shit's serious.
there's levels.
Yeah.
There's.
And that's just in high school.
In high school, that's what I'm saying. I played 2 teams. Like, I was playing year-round volleyball.
Yeah.
That was but I loved it. Like,
Yeah.
club. So, there were
course,
club.
club,
I played club. Club was more important than school.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, they were trying to get Zoe's club, or the thing that she was going to play in. The practices are like Westlake area. And the games are in Orange County.
Yeah, they're
in
nuts.
Riverside.
They're nuts.
Every weekend.
Yeah. Or even, what? My practices were in Pleasanton
Nah, champ.
and Dublin.
Find
Because he
something
knows
else.
how far
You
that
hear
was.
me? Find something else.
And but my dad, amen. But my dad, what time, your game's at 7? In blah, 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 an hour and a half away, I'll carpool all the girls. Like,
He was on it.
about
That's
that.
dope.
he
That's
was
dope.
about that
that,
at
yeah.
every game.
Yeah.
You did that wrong. You worried about this too much. Like, he did not play. My
Anything
sister
to
was
keep
really
you
good
away
at
from music.
soccer too.
Anything to get you off that bump.
She was chasing the bump, man. Girlfriend. She's chasing all that.
Fucked in my garage.
That's my song, y'all. Don't even play with me.
I already know. Listen,
That was
I
mine.
went to them Scream tours.
You
I
were.
know.
I went to that too.
I'm sure you were.
That was another thing. We were there thick. My cousins, there's like, you see the Kardashians, you're like, oh, there's a lot of them. Our family, there's like 12 first cousins, and we're all girls.
12.
And we're all the same, like around the same age. And we used to do everything
Oh,
together.
yeah, I was having a time.
What? So my
time.
uncle, I'm telling all his business, sorry, uncle. He's in it, I'll just say he's part or somehow into the parking and Oracle Arena. So
Of course he is.
of course he is.
You guys own all the parking lots
He did, yeah.
around the world.
Yes. So he
Smart.
was whenever we needed to go to a show, and he got us front row. Oh, yeah. It was the Bow Wow and Chris Brown one.
Oh yeah.
I'll never forget that. Ooh. It was the one where you remember when Chris was on the thing and it like lifted? Y'all might not remember. That was a core memory for me. It was like a thing that lifted up and he's like hanging off and doing the dances on the hanging thing. Y'all don't remember that?
I remember that. I had to see it.
I don't think we felt
On
the
Take
same.
You Down.
We probably didn't feel the same way.
Probably
she
not.
Did about it, but I was gonna say on Take You Down. Though that makes
It
sense.
was on Take You Down. Me and my cousins, thank God my dad didn't go. He would have grabbed all of us by our hair and took us out. We were screaming like crazy. It was
The Ethiopian girls in the front row.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, to my crew. Yeah. I would have loved y'all. at my
All 12 of
concert.
y'all.
I'd have sang to all y'all the whole show.
and we would have sang right back
That's
because
that's the energy we need.
it was our aunts. It was like our aunts and my mom and they loved it. If they would have picked us to go up, they would have let them.
Yeah.
Because the moms be cool.
Yeah.
It's the dads.
Yeah.
The dads, like, one time I brought a man home and all the dads lined up like this at a graduation party to talk to him.
Yeah. Who is this nigga?
Yeah.
Who is this nigga?
That's crazy, y'all. He wasn't my boyfriend.
So we still want to know.
Listen,
friend.
I can't wait for those days.
See, y'all not. That's
I
not
can't
nice.
wait. My daughter think
My
it's
dad
gonna
didn't
be
even-
sweet. No. He gonna right. All right, no.
You too nice.
Yeah, Tank.
You're nice,
Tank
Tank. You're not gonna be mean.
Yeah.
I know I'm not. I no. I mean, but when it's time for his baby girl,
You will?
We're gonna act up. Yeah.
Like young man, you know this is Glock 40, right?
Yeah. This
See,
is it.
y'all
This is
crazy.
it.
They didn't do that.
This is what it is.
They didn't
I'm
even.
gonna have face paint on. Like it's gonna. It's
You know how far
Men in
away I
Black
can-
2
you
when
know
he
how
opened
far
the
away I
door?
can hit you with this thing.
it's gonna go.
I mean, listen, man. You know,
Y'all, that's not nice.
we're not supposed to be nice. To
My
these
mom
young
and
niggas
all them
coming
were
in
crying
here.
in the back though. They think the shit is so funny. Tears were falling. Cause I was like, Mom, he didn't say a word to him in the car. He asked him like, how you doing? My dad he looked forward. I was like, Dad, he said, how you doing? He's like, who?
On business.
Stand on it.
My little brother in the back, he's like, you're a football player? What do you do?
He making it worse.
Don't talk to him, son.
He's invisible.
Y'all.
All right, so you at Warner Brothers interning now.
What are you doing at Warner Brothers?
I was in marketing the first internship because it's per semester. So my first semester I was in marketing, and it was like my eyes were finally glued open because I never seen. In my head, I'm like, I'm gonna go in there. They're gonna love me, and I'm gonna play them either some music, or I'm gonna happen to sing, or I'm gonna do something. They're gonna give me
Everything like
a
a
record
movie.
deal, or they're gonna give me a job as an A&R, or like the most not happening shit is what I thought was gonna happen.
Right.
And I get there, and it was like, "Can you go get us a coffee?" And I'm like, "Oh,
Right.
can you research this? Can you put this in some notes? Can you go print 100 copies of this for the music? Can you take these notes in this meeting?" And I was like, "Oh, nigga, we did not make it."
What are the projects that you
We did
remember?
not make it.
Like off the top, like that you got into as soon as you got there, like that they may have had that you was like, oh shit, okay, I get to somewhat
Take notes
work
for
on
this,
or
yeah.
take notes for
The first semester, no one.
nothing.
No, because the man I was underneath, shout out to you, you're cool. I'm not even gonna say your name, but he was just not my type. We were not connected musically.
You know what that just sound like?
Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you. You're cool.
No, he was cool. He just was like a white boy who like rock music and stuff. And it's like I was listening to Brandy and Jill Scott and Usher. Like that wasn't.
You were interning out of place.
I was like, what the who where? So now me being from Oakland, I was like, who in this building do I need to go under for the next semester? So now I start meeting the people, and no one black was on my immediate team. So like I was like, where are the black people at? Where are the people who look like me at? And that's when I started researching too, just in general, who is somebody that I really could look up to. And that's when I learned all about Ethiopia.
Wow.
And Ethiopia was like this force in my life. I've told her this, so she knows now.
Yeah.
But I was like, you were my mentor without being my mentor. Because number one, you are a woman in this space who's doing some shit that none of us has seen a woman do.
Right.
You are a black woman in the space doing some shit no black woman has ever done, or Sylvia Roan and you. You know what I mean? Like there's a few that I can name. I'm missing some, but there's a few I can name. But an Ethiopian woman? And your name's Ethiopia?
Yeah.
You
And your name Ethiopia?
You walking in saying I'm Ethiopian.
Oh, you
like,
killing it.
You know, off the rip.
and that's
You
why
shine.
that's why
Yeah.
I made my Instagram illest Ethiopian, because I wanted you to know
Yeah.
I'm Ethiopian. I'm doing this. There's not a lot of us.
That's pretty cool. When you walk back there, when you walk back, Z was like, I know her. She's like, is her Instagram Illis Ethiopia? I said, you know what? I don't know. And I went, I said, yes, it is. It's Illis Ethiopia.
I saw it. Then you followed me.
I was like,
took you long enough.
No, I didn't even know that was your group.
Just kidding.
I knew better. I did better. As soon as I
Amen.
knew better.
Amen.
I
I'm just
did
kidding.
better.
You know I'm playing
Yeah,
with
I
you. I love Z. Tell her I said hi.
Yeah, she's like, I know her.
Yeah, that's my girl. But that's why I did that, because it was like I'm so proud of my culture, and I'm so proud to just be where I'm from and to experience everything. And I've been to Ethiopia 14 times.
Oh, okay.
So
You tapped in.
I'm tapped in, and I was like, yo, she's doing this? And then I started reading. I was like, she's been doing this since she was a kid. Because I was like, I'm doing well. I'm in the record label place as a teenager. Nah. You in there as a college student, girl. She was in there. Was she barely in high school?
Yeah,
14. And I was like, oh, I'm late. I'm late. I'm super late. My dad, I knew it. I was supposed to, you know what I mean? Triggered.
Trick me off.
I was right there. I was
You gotta
starting at
stop
14.
blaming Pops, man.
I don't blame him anymore. I love you very much. But it was that, because I was
Yeah.
like, I knew I wanted to, but for her to be doing that, and then I just went on a deep dive, read everything about her, read every move she made, and I was like, wow, I cannot wait to hopefully meet this woman, because she has changed my whole mental of this now. And I was like, okay, I need to go find some people who look like me around here. And I did. And I started interning in publicity after that with Felicia Fant. Shout out to Felicia. Who I didn't even understand was such a force.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm a 19-year-old college student who knows nothing about the music industry for real. And she was like a force to be reckoned with. That's when I was able to be like, I can name the people that I started working with. That was amazing. Because she was working with Jason Derulo. She was working with all the OVO camp, because they had the distribution deal.
Yeah.
We had MMG, right? Is that?
Yeah.
MMG
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
Rick Ross's?
Yeah.
That we had that. So Meek and all them over there, Wale.
It's black now.
What?
Yeah.
I'm like, Andra Day.
Yes.
She signed Andra Day, and she put me on that project very closely. So I got to meet Andra and
She's dope.
really see. And Andra is the most talented, sweetest person in the world. Shout out to her. But she was someone I got to really work on closely. Like I remember, V was like, I don't care if you're an intern or not, go make a one sheet for this. And I'm like, what is a one sheet? And her assistant at the time was like, good luck, girl. And I was like, okay, cool. This is the challenge. This is what I wanted. I'm not getting coffee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm over here researching what is a one sheet, looking at others, going to people who in the building that I was friends with, looking at theirs, put it together. And I'm like, okay, cool. Send it off. And she's like, you did a good job. And I'm like, cool. Okay. you know? And then she's like, now let's talk about this Jason Derulo situation. And that was when that song Wiggle. Do y'all remember?
Yeah,
Wiggle,
dude.
wiggle, wiggle. With Snoop. Doop, doop.
Yeah.
We ran that whole campaign. And now it's like, okay, y'all need to sign in and y'all need to make a whole type of, you know, fans situation activation, get them excited. So now we're making this. And me and my one friend, Sophia, one of my really dear, dear friends, she's still in the music industry. She and me are over here trying to put this together because the A&R for Jason is her boss and she's an intern. So now we're doing the project together and we're learning at the same time how to do this and put this all together, and we're coming and presenting to them. They're like, you guys are doing a great job. So it's like finally we were getting like this experience that you cannot get unless you do it.
Yeah.
Like I can't teach you how to do it in a class because it's not a teachable thing. It's a go do it.
Go do it.
That's it.
And we were like, okay, you know? And that after that, it was just that. Like I
y'all
stuck
was getting
with
it right.
And we were getting it. And like there's moments, of course, where they came in and they helped us and taught us, but being able, and I always say this, internships and being able to really learn from people who are doing it. And if they let you be a part of it and don't keep you at an arm's distance is where the no money could take you, because that's something that I learned, and I learned be fearless. Go in there and be like, here it is. Like I ask questions. If I can't get an answer, oh well, like just try and figure it out. And we did that, and it was like the most rewarding experience because I felt like I learned every avenue of the record label side without having to be in everything, because as you guys know, every single department is dependent on one another. You can't do publicity without talking to the marketing person, without talking to the A&R person, because is that the song that's coming out? Or we did it? So instead of us being in the back and just not really getting to know what we were doing, we were right next to them in these meetings. I'm writing the notes. Oh, okay. So this is how you plan a timeline out for an album rollout. This one did, and then from us, it's like, which one didn't do well? Which one did do well? I'm now going back on my notes.
Notes and why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, we did this differently. We spent this more on this one. We did, and all those things were factors. That information is priceless. And even knowing, I was sitting in meetings with the CEOs and I didn't even know, you know, I was just sitting next to my boss, taking her notes and everything, but learning and hearing, and then even her speaking out and saying what she needs to say and making sure she wasn't muted at all was important for me to see, because we're usually told, y'all complain too much. Black women do this. Y'all are too bossy. And it was none of that. It was being assertive. It was being, this is how, if y'all need me to do this job, I need this.
Yeah.
And I'm not budging. Because I'm not going to do the job half-assed and y'all going to blame me.
Yeah.
Right.
So if y'all want me to do A, B, and C to get the results of A, B, and C, I need A, B, and C.
Yeah.
And if y'all don't, then we don't got it. And that's not on me. That's because you said no. And I was like,
Yeah, talk your shit.
Yo, you got it.
Because we ain't doing shit unless, what we doing?
No, I was like, I highlighted that.
I highlighted that.
You know? And it just, everything, organization, all that, it mattered. And I was able, like, to go to places. It wasn't, I saw how other interns were doing it. I also was in another internship at the same company and got a completely different experience.
Right.
So for me, then now it's like, hey, don't come in the office today. And I'll be like, oh, you know, first off, my pockets will be like, yes, thank you, God. Where's the shoot? It's in Culver City?
Beautiful.
15 minutes from.
Beautiful.
Praise God, you know? And it's like, yeah, get there early, make sure Jason's there. We have a call with blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah after. Make sure this person's there, make sure this person's there. And then, and that all these papers are printed out. And it was just like, cool. So I did that. And now I get to peek in and see rehearsal. Oh, okay, this is how it is. What's that? Who's that guy? And then, you know, I became friends with other people on the camp. They're like, that's the music director. Oh, there's a music director? He's directing music. Isn't the music already made? Like, people don't know what a music director is.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about? The producer? And she's like, no, girl. And I'm like, she's like, no, when you do a live instruments and you do real like shows, you get somebody, you guys know what a music director is, but for people who don't know,
but you're giving that
give them
information.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
absolutely.
you get shows. When you get shows, you have the music directors come in and they make live renditions of your songs. And that's why you got those big moments where people are dancers and they have the big like boom boom moments and they're doing all that. And I was like, oh,
That was
damn,
a Jason
that cost-
Derulo movie you just did too.
Yeah,
Dum-dum.
yeah.
That was. I saw it in my
It was
head.
bump, and it was like B2K and Derulo.
Yeah, I was in my boy bag at that era.
Boy band
It was
bag.
like boy band
Yeah,
or
gotta
like
have it.
Jason.
I mean,
was
Derulo
like,
was.
he was like a boy band by
Derulo
himself.
was all by
Absolutely.
himself.
He was a one-man
He was
boy
like
band.
he was a one man band. He could do it all. Flips.
do it
He's
all.
singing while he's still
He do it.
flipping. I'm like,
Now he be making like dessert and shit while he dancing and shit on the TikToks. This nigga done made $1 trillion
Oh
on
no,
TikTok.
he got
This guy's great.
Gas stations.
Yeah, this guy's great. This guy's
Really?
great.
Car
I'm not
washes.
tapped into
I was
that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like
Yeah,
$1
he's out
billion
there.
or something like that.
Yeah.
shout out to you.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
he's
Shout out to Jason Derulo.
yeah, he's somewhere else.
Nicest guy too.
Super
yeah,
nice.
super
Nicest
nice.
guy.
He always was
Nicest
super
guy.
nice. But just,
So okay, so you learning everything, all the ins and outs of the music business,
Right.
In your internship. How long were you an intern?
2.5 or 2 years.
So
You put it in.
Oh yeah.
you got an education,
Oh yeah.
a full college education,
And I was going there more than I was going to school.
but you're
Remember, I
still
said
going
Monday,
to school
Wednesday, and Friday. I made all my classes Tuesday and Thursday. The most hellish days were Tuesday and Thursday. From
And how were your
7
grades?
a.m. I graduated with a 3.5 GPA.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
though. Pops wasn't having it.
Wasn't have-
Don't
yeah.
forget this shit.
Also, I had like grants and scholarships that if my
Oh, you
GPA
had to
fell
stay.
before that, I would lose it. So I had no choice. I would sleep in my roommate, one of my best friends, Talia. She still lives with me, and she would be like, "Girl, did you come home?" And I was like, "No." She was like, "Okay," because I was a communications major after I switched out of science, and it would be like 25-page papers. Yeah. So it would be doing all that and then, or doing all the Warner stuff and then coming and just sitting there writing for hours.
Oh yeah, you was hustling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you was hustling.
You'd have loved this new AI technology back then.
Oh, the way we talk about all my friends, we be like, the way we could have,
But they don't learn.
yeah,
And that's
true.
the difference, right? Because they don't learn, and can we skip the steps? Absolutely, those steps can be skipped.
Right.
But there is a different exercise to
Right.
taking the stairs.
For sure.
That's true.
But
If you get on that elevator,
but maybe if
you ain't gonna lose no weight on that elevator.
if
You're not gonna be in
if
shape.
You know what the steps look like.
No, bro, you gotta take the steps.
I
You
mean,
got
if AI
to.
writes the paper and you read it,
Shit. You're not retaining
You
that.
retain- you retain
You're not
the
retaining
information.
that. You're just not. You're not.
I mean, you have to give the AI bullet points. It
Yeah,
can't
you're
just,
not. You're not retaining that information, bro. You're just not.
All right,
But
take
there's
the
no way
stairs.
to
Fuck it.
like
Take the
know if
stairs.
people are using AI to write their papers. Oh, that's nuts.
It's tricky now. That is why some of us have our complaints about where the music business and where the music is, because there's so many elevator takers.
Yeah.
Well, also, when you look at social media, it looks like everyone took the elevator, even though they might have been grinding. Victoria Monet. To the general public,
Grinding.
to the general public,
It looks like
it
she
looks
just
like she came out of,
popped out of
nowhere, and that
Grinding.
she's this new girl. And all my mama took her, and she's Victoria has been working her ass off for over a decade.
Yes.
Easy.
To me, she's everything the music business is supposed to be.
Yep.
Because if she would have
When
stopped
she
at year
shows
10,
up, when she shows up, she is ready.
100%,
And it's been that way.
100%,
Because she put in so much time
100%.
and took so many stairs.
right? That she's fit, she's built for it, literally built for it. But a lot of people, and I don't want to generalize, but I'm just saying, I think a lot of people after year 5, 6, 7 of doing it and not seeing what she's seeing
The
right
result
now,
that they want. Yeah.
which is right now her results, I think we've seen it. They would have been out.
They quit.
And a lot of dreams are killed by people's giving up, not by people saying no.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because people could say no, but you could keep going and you'll probably get a yes. Not probably, you will get a yes eventually.
Those are
But
part
if
of it.
you give up, you ain't never gonna say yes.
Ever.
You ain't never gonna see a yes.
Ever.
So you're there 2.5 years.
Right.
Do you stay and get a promotion to a real job there, or are you out?
No. I don't. I'm out, and I had to figure my life out. I had to figure my life out, and my dad and my mom were like, "You want to stay out in LA?"
Did they give you like the little box with your plant and walk you out? That type of out? Or
No.
you got that one little plant. They walk you out. I've never been injured. I don't know shit. I
Like
don't know.
4
They're like,
pictures.
yeah, your key card don't work.
Like 4 pictures in
No.
the box.
And I'm so happy that God did what he did, because who knows where I would have been if I stayed over there.
What do your parents say at this point where you're trying to figure it out?
Girl, come back home. Because we ain't paying no $2,000 for you to split a room with somebody. And I was like, I'm a DoorDash until I figure it out.
Really?
Okay. Come on, DoorDash.
DoorDash literally just started. They had
When was this?
in LA.
What year is this?
Literally when I graduated, 2015.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Because also I was like trying to apply for jobs, but everyone was. We just graduated. It's May. I also thought I was going to work at
Warner
the
Brothers.
label.
Yeah.
And didn't happen. So I was just like, okay, what the fuck am I going to do? Because I literally have not planned for this. And my mom and dad were like, well, you could come back home and figure it out and then go back. And I was like, no, if I leave, I'm not coming back. I'm not doing that. I have a car. And there's this thing called DoorDash, because it was literally brand new. They were in this small little shack in Venice Beach. And
The actual DoorDash.
the actual company, DoorDash. It was 5 like Filipino guys and like 1 white guy and 1 black guy. Like that, I remember vividly, because me and 2 other of my homegirls all were in the same boat. And we were like, we going DoorDash. And we planned a trip to Miami for ourselves for graduating.
Got to
so
do that.
how the hell were we going to pay? We weren't canceling the trip to Miami.
Yeah.
No.
We getting to Miami.
They're gonna
Yeah.
deliver this food.
Oh yeah.
So we delivered food for a minute. And then I was like, what am I doing? Why am I not tapping into the people I met at all these clubs and different,
And when you were
and at
interning,
Warner and
yeah.
all this other stuff. So I start hitting people up left and right. I'm getting some interviews. They're not really what I
Nothing's
want to
landing.
do.
Yeah.
Nothing's really landing. And I'm like, bitch, I can't keep door dashing though. I really can't. You know? So then I was like, okay, I mean, for me, I need to figure something out. And I worked at this production company for a minute, and it was stable and it was cool because we were still doing events. But it wasn't like music focused. It was just events. And it was comfortable though. I had a gas card. Food was paid for. I was like, okay, I have a little extra money. Like I wasn't getting paid shit, but I had a little extra money. I was like, okay. And I was like, but how am I going to get back into what I'm here for? So I started taking different meetings, different things. Ended up meeting with someone who worked at Rock Nation at the time. And he was friends with my uncle. And my uncle told him about my story and everything like that. And she's still out here and she decided to do this and that and third. And he was like, cool, I want to meet you. Went and met him. And he was like, you remind me of myself. Like, he's an immigrant too. And he was like, I'm gonna try to help you. And I was like, okay, cool. So he started sending me different interviews to go on and different artists to be assistants for. And I took interviews, it just wasn't landing still. And something in me, for whatever God-forsaken reason, told me to call him and say, hey, yeah, I don't want to be anyone's assistant. So don't call me about no assistant jobs anymore. Because the last assistant job, I met the artist and it like triggered, it just, I was like, oh, I can't do this. Like the artist was like, you might have to pick up my underwear one day. I'm like, why would I have to do that? Why would I ever have to do that?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and I was just like, no, I think that ship has sailed. Because at this, like, I'm 24. I still could definitely be an assistant. I just in my head was like, I'm not, because I have all this experience doing everything else. Why would I do that? And then I didn't hear from him for like a month. And I was like, oh, Mom, I've ruined my one chance. Like, she was like, why would you say that? And the next day after I called and cried to her about it, he called me and was like, can you go on tour tomorrow?
You on tour?
Yes.
Shit.
And I was like, what? And he was like, actually, they don't need you tomorrow, in a week. Can you go on in a week? And I was like, how? I'm working a 9 to 5, like that pays my bills. Like, how much? He was like, well, the pay is not shit. You would be going with this girl and she's the opener. And I'm like, okay, I don't know. I just don't know. Like, tour. I've never even done. What would I be doing? He's like, you're tour manager. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? What is that? And he's like, it would be you, the producer guy who signed her. And this is how he's telling it to me, right? Mm-hmm. And her. And you'll be on the bus with like the main girl whose tour it is. It's not, you'll be fine. And I was like, are you sure? And he was like, fine. Me and you have had a 3-hour conversation about this industry and how you are and how I am and everything. You got this. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know how long do I need to be gone? He's like 2.5 to 3 weeks. And I was like, how am I going to get out of my job for 2.5 to 3 weeks? Because are you giving me a job after this? And he was like, no. And I was like, oh, hell no, sir. Like, yeah. So I was like, Mom, what should I do? And she was like, my mom is the most, I love her. She's the most caring, but she is dramatic and like very scary person. She's like, in a bus with men? Oh my God. No. Like, you know, like she was like, no. Are the rooms closed? Like, can you lock? And I was like, no, Mom, it's a curtain. And she was like, oh, no. No curtain. Pass. She was like, pass. Are you crazy? And I'm like, she's like, you don't know these people. How about if you're sleeping and like they open it and they try and take advantage and like, which is like real stuff to think about.
If you think about it, it could.
If you think about it like that, especially like an African woman who has no idea about tour buses or anything, like that sounds nuts. My 20-year-old daughter is going to go on tour with people she's never met before, to go work with people she's never worked.
Listen, I'm in the music business. And it sounds nuts to me as you're explaining it. It sounds nuts to me.
Yeah, and you're just going to go on this bus for 3 weeks and.
Where people, yeah.
And I was
all
like,
of that.
I hear you. I really do. But I've thought long and hard about it. And if I pass this opportunity and I look up in 2 years and this girl is plastered everywhere and I could have been a part of the team, I'm going to blame you. Yeah. So I don't want to feel that way. Mm-hmm. And the fact that I'm even feeling this way means that I should probably do it. Yeah. And she was like, okay, well then how are you going to quit your job? And I was like, no, I'm going to figure it out. So I remembered the last year of college, I had got the flu really bad. Like 2 to 3 weeks I was out. And I was like, that really happened in real life. I'm going to just say that from that, it was this time. It was a little, whatever. So I just hit them and I was like, yo, I'm sick. I got the flu. I don't know what it is. The first couple of days I was like, I don't know what it is. I'm down.
On a tour bus.
I'm on a whole tour.
Down.
No, I would call them in the bathroom, and everyone knew. Lydia's calling the company. Everyone, shh. Sick. I'm sick. Sick boots. I can't it. Yeah. And they're like, ooh, stay away, you know? 4 or 5 days now, they're like, girl, you ain't sick no more. And I'm like, actually, it's the flu. And the flu, who knows? I had the flu before in college. It took me out for 2 to 3 weeks. I didn't say it like that because that would have already put in their head that I was doing that. But I was just like, who knows, you know? She was like, okay, keep us updated. But there's stuff you need to get done in that time because we had holiday cards I was supposed to be sending out and all the stuff. And I was like, in my head, I was like, girl, you going to be sending them holiday cards out. Yeah. But okay.
Yeah.
So now it's like, I'm in it. I'm fully in it. I'm now having to call them for like 2 hours a day and be on this like on FaceTime with them because we had FaceTime back then. But I was literally going in my bunk, turning a little light on so it looked like I was in bed and like putting my hood on and just being like, yeah, like.
Oh, you was working the magic. Yeah.
Academy Award.
Oh, yeah, you can, yeah.
Full blown.
Yeah.
Now they know. Sorry, y'all.
Because that's my next question. Did they ever find out?
No. Well, they knew I was working with her, but they didn't know I lied for 2.5 weeks to go on tour. But it was like, if this is really what you want to do, girl, like do whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
So, I was, and they didn't pay me for my sick days, so I really didn't feel bad. Y'all not paying me for my sick days, you know? So I was just in there doing what I had to do, and now I'm on tour with the people I don't know. And it was just nuts to see because I had never done it before. But when I started, it was just like, basically, you just need to do everything for them. That's what it is. You need to take care of what time she needs to be there, what time sound check is, what the writer is, does she have the hair, what are we wearing? And then it became more of, it felt like pure management, which I didn't know at the time, but now that I'm in management, I know it was. I was full blown tour manager and manager because it was like, what are you wearing? Are we picking this out?
No, because you're also boots on the ground. You're the person that,
I'm the day-to-day too, because there's no person there. So it's like everything, you know? And the producer / DJ, he's worried about the music.
Yeah.
He's not worried about what you're wearing, what your hair is. And I'm now a girl, so we become close. And it's just like, what are you gonna do? Okay, and then what's the set list? And then we're from there. Okay, oh, we're selling merch?
Whole nother thing.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Literally, Amazon, where do I find how to tour manage for dummies? I don't know what I'm doing at this point, you know? And it's like, oh, it's not that hard. It's just this, that. And I'm like, oh, okay, hold on. We had a couple sample sales at Warner with our merch and stuff before. It's just like that. Cool. Internship experience kicking in, you know?
Yeah.
And so it was just that. And then it became, now we're doing the show. Oh, you want me on stage? Okay, so now I'm in the back, kind of trying to be the hype man with them, and it just turned into this.
Oh shit!
Turned into just a whole thing.
You got a mic now? You're gonna find that mic.
Because who was introducing her?
Yeah.
You.
Me. You know, so it's like, hey y'all,
Hey y'all.
what's up?
Why is that always the go-to?
What's up?
What's up, y'all? It's always a y'all.
Yeah. What y'all doing out there?
Y'all ready?
Y'all ready?
Everybody all right?
I don't think y'all ready. Y'all ready?
I don't think y'all ready.
You have even if they were loud the first time.
You gotta do a double back. You gotta double back.
Oh, that don't sound
That
right.
don't sound like y'all ready for real.
Yeah.
And then, and then it just literally, I was like, oh wow, I could do this. I could really do this. And then I came back and went to work, and I was like, how do I turn this into a real job? And literally the next day we got back, she calls me and she's like, hey, so I'm not with Rock Nation anymore. Like, the contract's up, and the manager I had at the time, who was my uncle's friend, he dipped. So, you want to be my manager?
Yeah.
Really?
And I was like, oh, I have a night. You can't pay me though. I have a 9 to 5. I don't know. I was like, yes, sure. We'll figure it out, you know, but I don't know what I was doing. And now I'm having this 9 to 5 while literally doing the whole
Trying to figure out
trying to figure it out, not knowing. And that was an interesting time. It was a lot, because it was like, you're going from work 9 to 5 straight. After that, go pick her up, go to the studio, go do the studio, and whatever else, until 4 or 5 in the morning, drop her back off.
Back to work.
And on the weekends, we were doing these one-off little random shows.
Yep.
But it taught you so much, and that's the grind. You know what I mean? Like, when you're giving it so, like, on a platter, you don't know how hard it is for people, because there's hundreds of thousands of people trying to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So if you don't get to actually even get a taste of how hard that is, you're never going to really be able to grasp how blessed you are and how not normal this is.
To do it for a living.
Do it for a living, and to be successful at it. And then to be a Grammy nominated or anything like that, or any type of accolade. You have passed marks that people have dreamt about.
Yeah.
I literally thank God every day. I'm like, even if everything were to end today, the amount of things that I was able to even accomplish and see with my own eyes were all dreams. They were things that I've never even thought could happen. But you get to really, really cherish it when you do the hard work.
Yeah.
You know?
So you, at this point, you're 25, 26.
I'm like 25, 26.
And you're managing.
And
I'm managing.
now it's your first foray into management.
Yeah.
Full-fledged management. Which initially you didn't come out here for none of it. Not that.
No.
You know what I mean? You didn't went from publicity, marketing, or
A&R,
marketing to
all that-
publicity to interning and event planning. Throwing on a,
which actually that
that
helped me
too.
in a
Already
way
know.
that I didn't even
Already know.
budgets. and
Yeah.
I was like, huh.
Yeah.
Because you're
The
ready for the
flowers
event.
are-
You're
the
ready for the
flowers are
shows now.
how much?
Yeah.
Right. Nah. I know how much they really cost.
Yeah.
champ.
Yeah.
Actually, I know somebody in downtown.
somebody,
He'll do
yeah.
he'll do it for
Yeah.
20 cents a rose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all of that. Vendors,
Yes.
vendor contracts, like just things that I didn't even think would be useful. But how many events do y'all just throw?
Yeah.
Between y'all two, I can only imagine. Between just being in the industry, a release party,
Yeah.
a Grammy party,
And
EP
now
party,
you have
end of the year
now
party.
you have a leg up. Now you have a leg up in all of these things.
Advantage.
Because back to the stairs. Back to the goddamn stairs.
You're right.
Stairs.
Back to the
Right?
stairs.
So okay. So now you're a full-fledged manager. How long does it take you before you start to see the other side, the success side of the music business? Because now it's just
Y'all
full
are
grind.
it's full
for you.
grind.
We're
It's
grinding.
been full
We're
grind for
grinding.
you.
We're grinding.
You in the middle of your 20s. You've been out of college a couple years. You've been on this shit since you're 18.
Living with 3 people still at this time.
Yeah.
We're splitting it 3 ways because
Yeah.
we have to.
You got to do that.
It's in LA. You don't
Need
we're
your
all
portion.
in the industry too. Like all of 3 of us were in different fields, but all in this industry trying to make it. It took 2019 is the year I started to really see. The beginning of 2019 is when I really started to see the fruits of our labor, and at that's what 2 years after, because end of 2016. So yeah, 2000 about 2 years is when we started to really see. Oh wait, this song is doing what? Oh, it's about to be. It went gold. Wait,
Wait, so what song is this?
Juicy. Juicy went platinum.
That's the first record you have that's like, okay. And
That one.
obviously, for the people that don't know, Juicy is a Doja Cat record. And that's the first success.
That was the first platinum success where I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, no, because you
Being
got a platinum
platinum
record.
is when you got a platinum record, it's,
Platinum is
Yeah.
a different.
it's a
The
different
show
field.
fee goes up.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
phone calls come back faster.
Exactly. It's different.
Niggas don't leave you on red. You know what I mean?
I was just thinking about you.
Girl, I just found your number in the back of my jeans. Yeah.
In the back of my jeans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that was the real, I think, going platinum was like, holy shit, you know? Before that though, T and Tamara had a really good run. T and Tamara really bubbled it up with Rico Nasty. And that was like something
That was the kickoff.
for sure. I mean, Moo was the kickoff.
Yeah, you niggas had the cow and
The cow.
Yeah, the cow did it.
Moo was the kickoff. Moo.
So how do y'all even get to Moo? Like you gotta explain a little bit of that.
Serious
Like,
smile. Look at
yeah,
her
like
face.
It was all her. She's a genius. Like
she's like, I'm about to become a cow.
she got her costumes for, we were going on tour, which I was still the tour manager at the time. So I was like, a 45 to 50 city run that okay, we're going to figure it out. Before Moo, there was no money. There was nothing. So it was like, I'm calling my friend, one of my best friends is working underneath the CEO at Fashion Nova. So she's like, oh yeah, we could probably do, she's an artist, had still influencer packages and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, we don't need no money. They couldn't even give us no money because we didn't have enough followers at the time, but it was enough followers that we could get free clothes. So now I'm thinking with a manager, how can I get this whole tour funded and we're not worried about the fashion right now. We just trying to get you on tour and you don't have to be in the red.
Yeah.
Or even at least get us some shows. Like there's no money coming in. So I'm like, cool. Okay, you could get her, she could get as many outfits as she wants. She was like, yeah, I just talked to them. We're good. Great. Hey, yo, go on Fashion Nova, have a field day. Pick whatever you want. Really? Yes, cool. Goes on there, picks like all these outfits, and they happen to come in that day. And she would always go on live and stuff. So she that day, the outfit came. The first one she tried on, I guess, was the cow one, and it put her in that mood. That's a bar. That's a bar.
Put her in that mood.
That's a bar. That's a bar. Or just put her in the mood.
Oh Lord,
That's a bar.
don't start him.
I did that. I'm trying to
You
rub.
don't find it exciting?
No, I don't. See, exactly.
I love it.
Finish your damn story. This nigga here.
And she was like, I just ordered a. She talks about this. I don't know if you guys have watched her Genius. But she talks about how this whole song came to life. But it's this, literally, she ordered a burger, cow, clearly, milkshake, cow, you know what I mean? Got milk, all that. And she was like, I'm in a cow outfit. I'm about to make a song. And I was like, perfect, go crazy. Love you. I'm trying to figure out how we going to pay for this bus. Because we're not driving in no Sprinter for these tours. Yeah. Like, it just wasn't, it didn't make no sense, you know? And so she does her live. She used to go on live and make music with her fans all the time. So it was just like a normal Tuesday. Yeah. Went on, Moo became a song. And I remember her being like, yo, the song's bomb. I'm gonna make it an in-home like movie thing. A music video for it. And we're like, awesome. What are we?
Her being creative.
Yeah, it's just it literally is just her being. She's so like creative and like in tune with like her senses and different things that could be cool. That like that was just normal. So she just did that. Put up a green car. I think it was a green sheet from a bed
to create a green screen
sheet.
It was a green bed sheet that she hung up in her closet. To create a green screen. If
I ever see her, I'm going to ask her why she had a green sheet. I don't even know niggas that got green sheets.
I've never seen a green sheet.
It's very trenchy.
This is great. Very trenchy.
Having a green sheet is trenchy.
You got to go to Marshalls to get
I'll be like, yeah, girl, I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave.
It's just a green.
But no, because you know.
I'm going to stay for like 10 minutes.
You know when, it wasn't on her bed. It was like one of the ones you find in the drawers tucked that you've never seen. You know what I'm saying?
Had to buy it.
Somebody bought that.
Probably her mom. Her mom was an artist, like a painter.
Yeah.
So they were very like, there was green, purple, pink. There's probably all different colors. Colors.
Okay, so she made her own green screen.
She made her
Which
green
is great,
green
by the
screen.
way.
That's awesome.
That's really awesome.
And put up, I think it was iMovie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And created her music video. And was like, I'm going to put it on YouTube. And I was like, go for it.
You're like, I'm trying to book this tour.
They're not calling me back. I'm trying to figure out how we're going to get this money for us to go on this tour. We need tour support.
Yeah.
It just, I think it was the next morning. My phone's like 65 notifications. I was like, what? Something happened. So I don't know what happened, but something happened. And it was like, just the link, like, oh my God, this is crazy. This is nuts. This is nuts. I was like, what? What are y'all talking about? Blah, blah, blah. Khalid just put a moo and I'm like, who? Wait, what? What is going? Viral. It was like 2 million followers in a week or something. Something crazy. Oh yeah. It might have been more than that. I don't remember. She says it in one of her songs.
But you guys are already signed. Or no, is she indie?
She's been signed.
Oh,
no.
okay.
She's been signed. She's signed to RCA like when she was 19, I think.
But this is the kickoff. Mm-hmm. Moo.
Because
wow, 2 million followers in a week. No, that's a game changer.
It was like 2 to 3. I don't remember which one.
No, that's a game changer. I'm pretty sure Fashion Nova has some money for y'all after she
got
no,
we did a deal. We did a deal after, and
right.
we did. But like, it was insane.
So Music Business 101.
Okay.
You got this tour that you're planning.
Right.
Does Moo change the tour?
Well, yeah, it's the finale song now.
But not even the finale song. Do you guys decide to go on the same run, or is it now bigger venues, or what? Because you got all this in front of you now, right?
So I wanted to be smart still.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the venues we were doing, I wanted it to be a sold out tour, because sold out tour, no one's gonna go and be like, besides us in the industry, well, what capacity sold out tour?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Everybody else
Fans
just
don't give a
wants to
fuck
sell
about
out.
what
Sold
capacity.
out.
Right. Yeah.
So that means
That's the hype.
there's something I cannot attend because I was not a part of being in this smaller group
Right.
of people that were in the know. FOMO. Biggest thing of our generation. Niggas do not want to feel like they're missing out
right.
at all.
Right.
So if we jumped to a huge venue, we'd be doing ourselves a disservice.
Right.
And we were already in a pretty good. The thing about her, she had her core fans, you know, who had been listening for a minute. So that tour wasn't doing bad. She was still doing well. But like the next day, that tour was sold out.
Yeah.
So if we did, and we did upgrade some, but it was like a very like modest upgrade. Like if we were at 500, we went to like 750 or 900. It wasn't like
Right. You didn't go to a
we didn't-
1,500 room. no.
Well, except for Atlanta. And that was our finale night. But that was only because the room we were in could open up to a room that was like 1,500.
So you didn't have to switch the venue.
So we didn't have to switch the venue.
Yeah.
And I was like, we could do it. And we did. We sold it out.
That's dope.
The whole tour was sold out.
Yeah.
And Moo was the thing. Like it was a whole phenomenon. Like people were coming with their little antlers and Moo suits, and we made it a whole thing at the end where we'd go out and pick people. Because now, you know, as soon as it started bubbling, we were like, great, let's make a dance for it, put it on TikTok. And I don't know if you guys remembered, it was a whole thing. So now whoever could do the Moo dance the best, you get to come up here. We're gonna pick you, and you could do it. And it turned into this thing.
And there goes your marketing background.
Yeah.
Because you understood you had to put these same type of plans together for Jason Derulo.
Exactly.
So now this isn't foreign to you.
Exactly. It was just different because it was on a smaller scale.
Right.
So like with Jason's like, oh, here's this, you have this budget and all the stuff. Where this one was like, no, you're on the floor, you guys are working it, figure it out.
Yeah.
But I think that was what the beauty of it was. It was organic. It was genuine. Like the fans were so, I will never, like there's some fans that I will never forget in my life what they look like, because the pure joy or the dance move or whatever they did when they were on that stage, because they got a moment to be with one of their idols and dance to a song, it's just unforgettable.
Yeah.
And it was also cool because you're changing people's lives, even though doctors are changing your life and saving your life.
Music is,
it's something that
we hold a space.
we hold a space
hold
for
a space.
people that like some people can't even attain.
Most people can't attain.
Yeah.
Well,
Because the
most.
difference in, listen, with all due respect, other jobs, they're somewhat guaranteed that you'll be able to do it.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You read enough.
Study enough.
You've done enough surgeries. You've done enough whatever. You know what I mean? Like, this is going to be your job.
Yeah.
You can be in music, be very talented, be very pretty, be well spoken, all these things.
Right.
Never get a record.
Yeah.
Not even one. That's why when people mention, I got a thing when people mention one hit wonders. It's like that means they've had one more hit than you. Let's get that.
Let's get that straight.
Get that straight. You go for Moo. Okay. Now it's kicking and it's brewing. Right. And y'all obviously had the foresight and the drive and all these other things that were in you guys to continue to push on.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is not an easy feat though.
Yeah.
It's not an easy feat, especially when it's we try to go back to anything, right? It's just like cooking. What are the ingredients?
Right.
There are no real ingredients to hit records.
No.
You told her to have fun. Or okay, I'll call you later.
Good
Oh,
luck.
you said good luck. You just want to go on live and the Fashion Nova move, cow suit came in. Like, there's
that
no
wasn't a
recipe to
prepared
that.
recipe that you
There's no
followed line
recipe
for
to
line.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no recipe. But one thing about her, she can write.
Absolutely.
Well, no, there is just working.
Yeah, it's just working.
There's working and believing.
Because that's the thing, right? Because and me and you talk about this. I am an executive who has artist sensibilities
Talk about it.
and an artist who has executive understanding.
Talk about it.
So when those numbers come up, I get it.
Right.
I understand what being in the red means, but I also understand what being in the black means and how it feels. But then I understand the creative side of being,
Just-
an artist and not wanting someone to tell me, damn, we only got 3 hours.
Right.
So my thing is like, okay, how do we figure out how to get what we need to get and make it more of a comfortable space? I think that more artists should look in that space.
But I think also it varies per artist, and so I think you have artists who know how to turn those 2.5 hours into what they're supposed to be, who can really dial it up. Yeah, I got 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
And some niggas that need to see the bottom of the bottom.
This is some niggas. Some artists need, and so like when you start talking numbers, I think as more artists understand the numbers, they say, okay, I can get more mileage out of my creativity if I create the space where I can be creative the way I want to be creative in it, without those rules. But then those other artists who can do those 2-3 hours, hey man, I know guys that knock out 2-3 sessions a day at different studios.
Right. No, yeah.
I used to could do that.
I used to could do that.
That's it in traffic.
In my younger days.
Cool, yeah.
No, not no more. Not no more. Now I have my environment, which I can use and do whatever I want to do with it. But sometimes I like to go in that room and be under the gun of 8 hours or 12 hours and get it cracking. So I just think that, once artists understand their creative process, then they can figure out how to maximize it, because you may not be the record playing artist. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You may need to sit in a room, you know what I'm saying? You may have one of the bedrooms at your house. Yeah. Where your producer can come over and you set that mic up. Yeah. And y'all can be there as long as you need to. You may be that. You may be the what's her name? Eilish?
Billie Eilish.
You may be
brother.
that.
Yeah.
You may need to do that in order to get, so that these numbers can make sense.
Right.
Sure.
Or even for you to get out what you need to get out.
Get it out.
Because you feel more comfortable. One of my newer artists, Haben, she does that. She records herself. She gets the beat and moves it the way she wants to and does all that. And it's like, she was like, well, sometimes I take the same cut 34 times because I just didn't like it. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Because how you going to ask the engineer, hey, it sounds like, to our ears, it sounds beautiful. Can you redo it 30 more times?
30 more.
Right. But if you're in your own room, in your house, and you're doing it yourself, you can add that. You could do 12 stacks on one. You can double, triple, quadruple as much as you want.
As you want to.
And then at the end, when you hear it, you're like, this is why I did it, because it sounds like this and it sounds different. Versus when other people in the room, they might judge you, or you might feel like I'm being watched. I don't want to do anything that's going to make anybody feel like they're doing too much or overdoing it, you know? Yeah. And you might not come out with the same product.
I feel like you're just kind of like, we're glazing over artist names, as you just, we just say, oh, and this artist,
yeah,
and then this,
No, but we're gonna get to the hits too.
No, yeah, I want to get to the hits.
Gotta get to the names.
I just want to give, so you can say the artists, just give me roster, just give me artists, just give me work, and then we're going to continue our conversation so that people can understand when you say these names, that you're talking
who
about.
I've worked with,
who you're working with, who you've worked with, like this. Let's just talk the talk. You said Doja.
Yes.
Crazy. You've done crazy work there. Crazy work.
She's amazing. She's one of, I think, the biggest,
artists in the world right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Shout out to her. But that's my sister, but we don't work together anymore.
Okay.
And then I have Coco Jones.
Come on, talk to Coco Jones. Come on, talk the talk.
And then I also work with Normani.
Come on, talk to Normani talk. Talk to Normani talk.
Who is another multi-hyphenated superstar who she's been in it for, everybody I'm talking about has been in it for a long, long time. But she came from a group.
From a group, yeah.
So she has a whole different experience.
Let's go to that pen now.
Let's go to the pen.
Because listen, this is we are songwriters here. This is not to be taken lightly. Like, I like to call us also magicians. Because we literally grab things out of nowhere and create what we hope to become magic.
Right.
We pull them rabbits out of the head.
What? To write a song is not easy.
No.
And it's not for the faint at heart, because also it is subjective.
True.
One person may love it, and 20 may hate it. Mm-hmm. And it could still figure out a way to be a hit. Mm-hmm. Or vice versa.
Yeah.
Where 20 people love it, the one person hates it, and then they don't help push the button. And you never get a hit record, right? Like, no, this is real. Like, this songwriting thing, man, and this music is, man, I try to tell people all the time, like, you really want to do this? Mm-hmm. We'll do this. Don't matter how talented you are.
Right.
Don't matter how any of these things are. A lot of shit has to align.
What's on Boss's wall at Just Train?
What is it?
Hard work beats talent that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit is so real.
Mm-hmm.
It's real.
And talent beats work that doesn't, like, you know, vice versa. Yeah. So it's like, if you are super talented, but you're not working,
oh yeah,
there's a lot of people. There's a lot of those. But there's also a lot of people who work their asses off and they don't have that much talent. But guess what? They in front.
Oh, they're killing.
They're killing.
We're buying tickets to go see him.
You're killing.
Yeah. No, it's just is what it is. So with you, was this when you were back home and you were singing Orthodox church?
I didn't sing in
Bishop
the church.
Bishop O'Dowd Choir.
Yep.
Were you writing songs then?
I have songs.
You wrote Bump Bump too?
No, I didn't write Bump. No, I have. I'll never play it for you guys, but I have songs that I wrote with my cousin and my one of my uncles. I don't know if he's really my uncle, but you know how that goes.
I already know.
I got a gang of those.
Yeah, he like my mom said my uncle. He's my uncle.
My mom and daddy say you my
related
uncle or auntie, you my uncle or auntie.
You know, you start asking questions. You're like, Mom, whose brother? She was like, he's your uncle, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But love him to death. He's amazing. He is actually a artist, but like a guitar player. Ethiopian music they have a whole side of just instrumental, like jazzy, like feel good music, and he was one of those guys who did really well. And so he had a studio in his house.
Okay.
Up the street from my house. So me and my cousin a couple times would be like, hey, can we use your studio? And he's like, yeah, come on. I didn't even know, like, that's so crazy to think about that. We were really 14 and 15 in his studio talking about, can you turn me down a little bit? I didn't even know what the fuck. Like,
something you thought somebody said before?
Yeah, like, have one ear off. He was like, why is one ear off? And I was like, I don't know.
You saw
and he's
it.
like, put it back. And I was like,
Oh, it's so weird.
you know? And my cousin's rapping and I'm singing. And like, we were so excited to go show our parents after. And like, my mom was like, all the aunts were like living it up. And it was just a time. So we did that a lot. So I was writing, but I didn't know, it wasn't, I wish I don't know where it is. I wish I could go find it, but
somebody got it. No, don't worry.
I think my cousin does still have it.
Somebody got it.
But it was funny. We were in there writing, because who's writing it for us? We writing. I don't know what I was talking about.
Was it serious to you though? Or you were just having fun? You were just.
Oh, I was dead ass serious.
I did. I was dead ass.
Her moment was coming, bro.
Yeah. It was serious in the fact, like, if I don't know if anybody's gonna hear this or not, but like, I'm trying to make the best song I can make.
Yeah.
And like, I used to also write poetry.
Okay.
Which is literally, poetry is literally music without like instruments.
Right.
So I think that's what helped me. I took poetry class in high school and like all that. So it was like therapeutic for me too, to just write things out and like, oh, that works. Oh, wordplay, that's cool. Like, will somebody get that? Maybe they don't, but that's still cool, you know? Like, so that's where I really, at my uncle's house in Oakland Hills, we would write outside by his pool, just write on a piece of paper too. It wasn't no phone or nothing. We were writing.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, Salam, what does that sound like? Okay, you rap your part. Okay, and I'm gonna come in right here. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Like, that was, it was, and he was trying it too. So we were just going back and forth. And I mean, if we had those pageant moms or like pageant type of parents who were like, I ain't got nothing else to lose. You gonna be it.
Yeah.
And grabbed us and took us. I don't know. We would, you know, because we had that in us that we wanted to do that. But we also were very much like, you need to finish school and do all this stuff. So.
Doctor and lawyer.
So like along this journey, as you're speaking on it, like we get to the songwriting, but how do you, because you're doing so many other things, you're road managing, you're managing, and you're interning. So who says, Or who's like, you right? And then you're like, oh, I dabble. And then it's like, well, you want to get in on this?
I was so scared. I wasn't saying
Are we
anything.
just in the
I was
studio?
not saying anything. I was just in the studio.
Right. So
and then it was like, what rhymes with blah, blah, blah? I was like, blah, blah, blah. But that's good. Okay. I was like, okay.
So it starts there.
Ooh,
Yeah.
So just little.
What about, I don't know, this part, I can't figure it out. Well, you could say da-da-da. Okay. And might, put an own twist to it or whatever, but like flip it. I don't like that line. Like, what kind of could be cool? I don't know if you know this movie, but that movie is the title of that, and that makes sense because you're talking about drinks, and I like that. It started like that.
So pretty much what it is what Jasper said when he came on. You were being useful.
Yes.
I was being useful.
You were being useful.
I was being a multi-hyphenated manager.
I know it.
That's I've never thought about that, but yeah, I was being a multi-hyphenated manager.
I know it.
Yeah, you know it.
I know it.
To the biggest one.
Oh shit. But being useful. That's really,
And that's the job.
and not being forceful either.
No,
like
no.
you
You
didn't
can't
come in
do
that
that.
room as I'm a songwriter.
No.
Like Tank will tell you. I've been and I am who I am as a songwriter.
Right.
People know me for songwriting. I've been in 100 rooms with him where I won't write a word
Me
because I'm
too.
like, listen, this is not
Me
my
too.
session. This
Me
is
too.
not.
Me too.
I didn't come for that.
Me too. But don't ask me.
If you ask me,
If
you know what I mean,
ask
like.
me, if you ask me, I'll give you a line. If I'm even in, because sometimes, and I don't know if you'll feel this, sometimes my head is thinking about 24/5 things that I still have to call this person back. Okay, did we get that from the thing? Did BA respond to that? That you're like, hey, can you? And I'm like, no, I can't, because I'm
didn't have the bandwidth.
I'm in like
Yeah.
full blown charge executive manager mode.
Yeah.
That I can't even stop myself to calm down to rhyme with time.
Right.
I'm gonna be like, mime? I don't know. Give me a
Mime.
second. You know what I mean? Like, I'm
I
not.
love mime.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have went with mine.
This is somebody's got to put mine. in the
No,
song.
don't put mine.
But that's why I'm saying
It's losing
he's
my
gonna put
mind.
mime.
Trapped in a clear box like a mime,
Wasting time.
Man.
wasting time.
But we gotta shine. Something. You know what I mean? Like,
Better start
know
saving
I've
my
gotta
money now.
shine.
Shit gonna go left. I better start saving my money now.
not because of me.
I'm gonna call you to borrow $20 because this nigga done made 10
Mime
mime
music.
songs.
Hey, man.
Mime music.
Watch mime.
It
Watch
worked for
it be a
somebody.
whole thing.
Somebody's got to figure it out.
Watch him tap into a
And
whole
shoot
thing.
the
One of
video.
these kids.
Right. Watch. A whole bunch of
All right,
moms. You
I'm
had no
sorry.
idea. But yeah, it's being useful. And like, our job is literally, how can I make it easier for my artist to get whatever they need to get done?
Yeah.
So if me saying a word that rhymes helps you, great. I wasn't even being like, oh, I'm being a writer. I was just trying to be, like you said, useful. You're asking me a question just like anything else. Hey, how did we get from here to here? Why did they choose me for this or whatever? I answered the question. Most of our job is answering questions.
Yeah, but actually giving good answers is
Good answers is
Answering
that's a
questions.
gift in itself.
That's true. It is a gift in itself, and giving an answer where someone's taking something and learned from it, so that the next time they're probably going to not ask that question. They're going to ask you a question that they built off of your answer from. I remember you said da-da-da-da, but does that also mean for this?
Yep.
Because now
The reference
it's
point, yeah.
exactly. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, how can I be the best manager or best friend or best sister, whatever I am to you, which usually multi-hyphenated, it's more than just one thing.
Of course.
And if I'm sitting in the studio with you for 4 hours and this beat is fire and I see something that you, or even when you're playing the song and you're in there and you're singing something, for me to be like, hey, can we mark that one?
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah. Don't lose that take.
Don't
Keep
lose-
that. Yeah.
Because you know too. You guys are in there spitting out melodies and spitting out things that you're like, I could do a better one. I could do a better one. No, we're out here hearing it.
You got it.
That's the one. Let her do it though, or let him do it though. Let them continue. But that one right there,
Special.
special. My hair stood up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Retake that part again. Do it this way. That one. The one you did it like that when you weren't thinking about. That's a form of being useful, but it's also that ear is like that's a hard thing to know too and to be right. Because someone could say that and then you could be like, this shit is trash.
I stay looking at niggas sideways like, first we didn't ask you.
Hysterical.
Right, let's start there.
Hysterical.
That's a thing too, though.
Whose man's is
Who's
this?
your man?
Whose man's is this? You know what I mean?
Whose man's is this blurting out?
But no, to have good taste and timing. And timing.
And timing.
You know, because you may be called upon for something and you might not be ready. You don't get it. You can't help. You know what I mean? And that, like you said, it's team effort.
100%.
It's team effort.
100%.
More than one person benefits off of the hit.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I think that's been a at times tough part for people to deal with when they talk about certain artists, right? Where they're like, this artist ain't that good, or this artist is trash, or what they own is blah 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 blah, and people don't realize all of the extended people who benefit.
Yep.
When that certain artist from the hood that's fresh out of the pen or fresh out of wherever catches that hit record and now has figured out a way to make a way for 4 or 5 people connected to them.
Right.
To eat.
Right.
Sometime to become millionaires.
Yeah.
Which can ultimately lead to someone else.
Yeah.
And it's a trickle up effect. More so than it's a trickle down effect, you know? Where as far as the success is concerned. We have to look at what these songs do for families, for friends. You giving an extra word here and there, or a line, or this and that, and helping it become a hit record. And now it's like, oh, okay, well, you know, now that you're platinum, double platinum. So at first you was making $5,000 a show or $10,000 a show. Now you making $100. Now you making $250.
And for some people, that takes decades.
Some people it never happen.
Never happened. Some people it happens in a year.
Takes time.
And think if you stopped. Whoa. Who would have thought? You know? But that's the reason why I'm so adamant now, especially what you said, the trickle up effect. Because like I said, Ethiopia was somebody who was monumental for me to be in this position, because I was like, there's not many of us to look up to. But if I can be a change in that, and I can hire Black women or women in general, and I can have my kids, I don't have any kids, but when I do, and somebody else's, and your kids and your kids, to look up and be like, there's a brown girl who does that, who looks like me. I can do it too. We don't know. Because even right now, besides the big names and managers, there's no woman big name that's as big as any of these, like Scooter Brauns and them. There's just not. That's not as famous or known, you know? There's nothing that like a little kid who doesn't know much is going to be like, there are women managers and especially Black women managers. No, you have to do your research and you want to be in that field. But for us to know that I can help with the trickle up and be a part of there's so many women who are doing that. And like my mentee, her name's Shy. She's one of the most amazing women that I've ever met. Kind, just like I would want her to be a part of my team. I don't know, for whatever. She could be whatever. Manager, you could be a tour manager, you could be, I just want you around me because I felt protected with her. I felt seen with her. So for me to know that I can help her be in this space, and then she can go help 4 more girls, and then it now grows and grows and grows. That's the reason why I'm in this shit. That's the reason why I'm like, damn, some days it's hard. Some days it's really hard. But I'm like, just keep, like, remember what we're doing this for. Like, there's not many girls, especially who look like me or any of us who are out here doing what we're doing, that represent for a group that really can do it well too.
Absolutely.
And killing it.
Yeah.
But where's the representation? Where's someone who's like rallying us on so that these little girls can feel like they're empowered and do it too? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, when I was door dashing, I was like, yo, I might have to not be in music. I don't know. Like, this is tough. I'm gonna do it, but it's tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, and how many other people can you look, and I can count on my hand. But the women who do and who have empowered and like all of the women who are doing a great job is something to really applaud and be like, we're making a change. And I hope there's at least one or two girls who can be like, I want to be like her and I can do it because she did it. Because that's a feat.
Yeah.
That is a feat that I'm going to go to sleep and be happy about, you know?
And that's why it's so important, or was so important for you to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to give you this platform, you know, to tell your story, to talk about, you know, being a young girl in this thing, initially starting off and becoming a powerful woman, and the steps that you took and the people that inspired you and the bumps and bruises of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I've known you for a while. I didn't know you was door dashing.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like, we just,
Yeah.
but someone watching this who may be door dashing now,
Yep.
Don't stop.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
keep going after your dream.
Yeah.
Keep pushing. Like, there are people who have been in your shoes.
That you're looking up to and thinking they got it. No, we worked. We could have stopped, you know? But it's really just staying true to it and true to yourself. Amber is another one, killing it.
Yeah.
With LVRN, killing it. One of my
Yeah, Ashana.
yeah. There's
Michelle?
so there's and
A
I'm
lot of
so
dogs.
I'm so happy that I can even start to name off people like this
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I remember when I first started, I was like, how many people are there? You know what I mean? Like in this that are women.
Especially from the management stage, right?
Yeah.
Or side. You know, like people don't realize that Ethiopia was a manager.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And she was part of the management team for Carrie, for Sierra. You know what I mean? Women like Lakeisha Orange. You know what I mean? Who's a primary wave. Like just they're
Shout them out. I love this.
Yeah. No, like, and for us as
Rochelle.
we've been in this
Victorious.
business. We've been in this business and seen so many women do so many great things. And for us, listen, we're putting it out there. You are invited to come on this podcast. Like,
Come on,
this
y'all.
is a real thing. Like, we want to have real discussions. Like, yes, are we going to have our artists? For sure. We're going to have artists. We're going to have producers, writers, managers, publicists, stylists,
makeup artists,
choreographers.
I love that,
You know what I mean? Like,
guys.
we are serious about people learning that it takes more than just the front people
Right.
to keep this thing
work.
going.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't have this podcast without Jacob, Ruben, Bo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we don't have this thing
Right.
without our team. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yep.
Like, so we understand that, and we're not in the place we're at without an Ethiopia.
Yep.
People don't know how much or Juliet Jones.
Yeah.
Or Joy Brown, or
Yep.
Grace James,
Or Tina
you know what I
Davis,
mean?
or
Tina
Sylvia
Davis.
Roan,
Yep.
or
Like,
there's so many.
These are people who have played a very important part of our careers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, who really helped us, who really guided us, and you know, have been very important to us. So, you know, from all of that, you're the beginning of that for us, of coming on to
Having
the
that
show
conversation.
and having this conversation. Because sometimes, and let's be honest, the women of the industry aren't as open to having these conversations on these type of public forums. And I get why.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I get why. You know, there are people who don't want y'all to talk y'all shit. We want y'all to talk y'all shit.
All of it,
I know.
All of it.
heavy.
I know.
All of it. You know what I mean? Come on, Tabitha Plummer, Motisla Zulu.
Motisa Lazulu.
keep
You know what I mean? The
my
lawyers.
dog.
You know what I mean? Like, we don't. You know, this is a real thing that we really appreciate. The women in this industry, and it's so many of y'all that listen. As y'all come to my head, I will say it, but
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm forgetting.
Salida Grand's another.
Absolutely, like this thing, man, is powered
Yeah.
by Black women.
Yeah.
The backbone of it, and pushing us to it and helping us with it, and we want to be that platform for y'all.
Right.
And we want to include y'all, because a lot of times people be like, "Oh, y'all be having too many. Y'all don't have enough women on the show." We invite all the women. They gotta want to come. They gotta want to come on the show.
It is a scary
know what I'm
thing
saying?
though, because us having for the most part, usually we're each other's allies. But if we don't have allies that are men, it's difficult for us to feel protected and safe to come out and speak our piece or speak what we've been through or speak what we've accomplished, because it might overshadow somebody else.
Yeah.
That might be a man.
Yeah.
You know? So, but I'm like, both can exist. Whoever, and you don't have to even talk about whoever that is, but both can exist. A man doing a great job and a woman doing a great job can coexist and live in perfect harmony, because that does not negate one another.
Right.
Absolutely.
You doing a great job and you doing a great job makes me happy for y'all. That doesn't hinder me.
Not
So
at
it
all.
shouldn't hinder y'all.
In reverse.
If
Absolutely.
I'm doing a great job,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
it should empower one another to continue to uplift and be support for each other.
Yeah.
Because I think for us, once we get in it, it's like, okay, who's going to be a shark? Who's going to actually be my ally? And that's just in the entertainment industry, period.
Yeah.
But especially as a woman of color, we just have a lot more. And Beyonce said it perfectly in her movie. I don't know if you guys seen it yet, where it's like, being a black woman, everyone challenges what you say, no matter what.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
They challenge what we say because they just think we're easy to play with. So even if I say, hey, I'm pretty sure I could da-da-da-da, and it's like, no. And I'm like, yes, I can. I just Googled it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But if I took your no because you think I'm just going to say no, why? You know what I mean? And when she said that, it was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely.
this is something we deal with every day. There's been times in so many different situations where I've had to go up and against of like a man being like, let the men talk. That's been told to
No
me before.
shit.
And them not knowing who I was.
Let the men talk.
Let the men talk. I'll get to you in a second.
That's crazy.
Them fighting words.
Yeah. 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 I've never been in those meetings.
Yeah.
And I always think it's because they know I'm not going for that shit. I'm not. I mean, like, it's just certain shit you can't say around me, and that's crazy.
And they don't know me enough to even know if I would go crazy or not.
Right.
So it's like,
No, but I'm saying the men that are in that room.
oh, that you would go
because
crazy.
we have to speak up.
But that's the thing too.
we have to speak up.
Nobody
in that
who was
room.
in that said anything.
said anything.
Wow.
Right. No, that's not cool.
You know?
That's not cool.
So I'm just like, be there for us, support us.
Yeah.
And there are some amazing, like y'all are my brothers. I love y'all. Y'all have always rallied anything we're doing, anything I'm doing.
Absolutely.
I've always felt like support. And there's a lot more of y'all, but there's
Yeah.
also a lot that aren't.
Yeah. That are complicit.
Or complicit, or literally the opposite. They're the ones saying they'll let the men talk, or they're the ones pushing a woman out, or not wanting to share that anything with them, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, I think that's where the space for women gets tricky, where it's like, who can I trust? Who can
Right.
I really become close to, who's going to hold me and protect me, so that if somebody does, if Joe Schmo from the block walks around and comes at me like that, I know Tank or I know Jay, I know y'all going to say something before I even have to open my mouth.
Yeah.
Right.
And there are some, I work with some right now, like, and I have before, and I know I will continue that. No, if something happens, I know, don't say that around him.
Right.
Now you got a different problem.
Yeah.
You know? But it's important for us to feel that, because like I said, these women, we're working our butts off just to prove that we're supposed to be here. It's not like we're working, we do the same things and then it'll be like, oh, wow, congratulations. I'm like, why does it have to be wow?
Yeah.
Why isn't it just like when you walk up to your partner
Great job.
and you're like, man, you did that.
Hey, he did your shit.
That easy.
But it's because of, I cannot believe you did that. That is amazing.
Which is crazy.
Nuts.
You know?
Nuts.
And I remember some of my other shout outs too.
Okay, come on.
Okay. I know, I'm forgetting some.
Marsha St. Hubert.
Talk to talk.
Huh?
Talk to talk. My dog.
Simone Mitchell.
Simone, my dog.
Branger Ringo. Brittany Davis.
Go, come on,
Oh,
Brittany. Come on.
Yeah, like we gotta. While we here,
Yeah, well, we here.
Oh, so we
While
went
we
out of
here-
the manager talk. We're going.
no, we
just,
going.
We everywhere. We
Yeah,
everywhere.
no, we
Oh.
are shouting. We are shouting.
Yeah, there's
out
so many. There's Sophia
women
Bachru's, like there's
that we can listen that I know that I've done business with, that I have been in the trenches with, and watched them
Alasia, Naija.
turn water to wine.
Yep.
Literally. I
Bro.
watched them introduce me to an artist one day that nobody's paying attention to now.
Put their hands on it. Yeah.
We can barely get in there to say what's up real quick before they go on stage and it's pandemonium.
Yeah.
Like that is something that, that can't be overlooked.
Yeah.
It cannot be overlooked in this business. And we just, like I said, we just want to give, real shouts out to them and to y'all.
I think there should be a
What
Zoom.
y'all doing?
Right?
Zoom?
What kind of Zoom are we doing, baby? What we on?
It's her Zoom, right? And I think there should be a Zoom because as you just spoke about, as you're growing up in this space, you stumble across Ethiopia.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of what's been going on right now. I did my guy RD, shout out to RD Wires Only. He does a business Zoom, because he's a concierge to everybody that, whether it be buying cars, whether it be taking jets, whether it be owning your own business. And he does a Zoom where people are able to tune in, ask questions, special guests, that type of thing. And I think a Zoom where, of course you're the header, you're the leader of this Zoom, but where it taps into those young Black girls who can ask those questions and hear those stories. And for you, it maybe it's once a month where you have a special guest of one of your friends and, talk and have those conversations, and they can start to hear how it is possible, how it can be done, and see those stories face to face.
I love that. And that's basically what Heather's doing, but on a smaller platform because you get one mentee. But if we did do a Zoom, or maybe it's even the old mentees get to bring 3 people that they get to put on. You know what I'm saying?
Zoom would be
it's just creating
that's beautiful.
More and more power.
I love that.
Right? It's like
Me and Diddy were talking about that. Miss
Felicia, when
Diddy?
Felicia had Ween.
Yeah.
When Felicia had Ween. Or I'm not sure if she still does it or not. But I went to some of her events.
Love Felicia.
You know what I mean? And I've seen a lot of the mentees become mentors and people that they've put on and just how that goes. I just think it just continues to create greatness.
Yeah.
I agree.
In that space. And with the Femme Forward.
We've done.
Heather's killing it.
Heather owes me like $1.2 million.
No.
Heather, if you're watching,
If you're watching.
I need like $2.3 million for the saving performance. They just got to know how all of this comes together. Everybody just sees the video.
Publicist.
They just hear the song.
Yeah.
And they don't understand how this comes together.
Yeah.
And even it says R&B money, right? We sometimes we get to the money and understand how that word makes sense.
Right.
To where R&B can stand on top of it. Because it's got to be generating something. And the people that are helping generate that, we got to have those conversations.
You have to.
Yeah.
Have to have.
Publicists.
What?
Yeah.
What?
All of them.
Vanessa.
Absolutely.
AMP.
Vanessa, the homie.
Vanessa is that's my girl.
Yeah.
Because you have the big ones, like the big companies that of course are going to do amazing. But to see these small companies flourish, like again, like we said, it all goes back to the same thing. A little girl's going to see it and be like, I can own my own PR firm.
I can.
This is the space for it. And before we get into
here
that,
we go.
because there is a very, 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 very heavyweight manager that I forgot, and I would not. I can't close this out without even mentioning Taz.
Oh yeah.
I've never met Taz.
You should know Taz.
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but great things.
Amazing thing. She is, and I don't want to have to connect it to a man, but in this space, she is the music business version of Al Heyman. People don't know what she look like unless you know her. She might be in the room with you. You don't even know she in the room.
That's probably happened to me.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
She is an absolute powerful person in this music
She
business.
is, though. She's amazing.
Who's done amazing things, and she deserves a super shout out on the R&B Money Podcast. I've been trying to get her to come on here, but she don't show her face. So maybe like we're gonna have. Do we have a green sheet that we can
do
put
it.
up?
We could do
I'll
that.
do a blur
the-
and do the
can we
voice
do-
change.
can you do
Yeah,
the-
because when it first started, everything.
Yeah, can we do the blur in our face?
No, it
You
was
know what
like
I mean? But shout out to my homegirl.
once the
man.
shooting started, I ducked and did everything. I
Shout
saw
out to
3
the
of
art
them.
club. What you got over there, champ? So you starting up there?
Oh gosh. Beautiful. That's why I asked my dad for piano lessons. He's taunting me.
Papa Asrat, please get
Papa Asrat, you taunting me because you know I can't do that and I wanted to.
He wouldn't let them in the house. Lydia, you've worked with some great people.
Yeah.
You are great within your own right. But of all the sounds you've heard, songs and artists you've seen, who's your
Oh God.
top 5? Your top 5. Top 5.
You better.
Your top 5 R&B singers, R&B songs.
Oh, he dancing now. He
Oh
dancing.
wow.
We wanna know. You got to show. We gotta know. Leah, tell us your top 5. Yeah. Top 5. Your top
I knew he was going up. I knew he was going up.
5.
Ding. So extra. So extra. You're so extra.
Sounds so good, don't you agree?
I wish.
Lydia,
Yeah.
your top
Excluding.
5
Excluding no one.
R&B singers, excluding no one.
No.
Dead or
we're
alive?
excluding
No.
People I've worked
No.
with.
Exclude
No.
you can't know.
Why?
You can't know. You got to tell the truth. This is the truth.
Shit. Tell the truth.
It was your face when you did it.
Singers?
Top 5.
Like
R&B
vocal
Top
singers.
5 R&B singers.
What else they gonna do?
So just their voice.
They gonna rap?
Niggas better sing, dog.
Who sang that song? Who sang that song? Who sang it?
Okay, well, number one, in no particular order, but number one for sure, Whitney Houston.
Come on, Whitney.
The Voice.
Yeah. I mean,
There's a the in front of that.
the
Voice.
Whitney
Voice.
Houston. Like I told you, I was watching her when I couldn't even talk. Jasmine Sullivan.
Oh, you're going there. Okay.
I have to.
Oh, you did.
As you should.
Yeah.
It's
That's because you know
nasty.
real singing. If you,
know-
did
you know-
those two,
you know
run it.
thangin'.
Yeah, that's-
Yeah.
You know real thing.
Brandy. Yeah. I mean, you have to. So those for sure. I don't care what people say. I'm saying it because I've heard her sing with my own ears. Beyonce.
What are you talking about?
People
You
like to.
don't care
People
Yeah,
no.
who are these people?
People
Who
do.
are these?
Who are these people?
Who are these stupids?
Listen, I wouldn't let them in my house.
And for singing,
They can come in my house.
they'll be like, "She's a pop singer." No,
Man,
What?
Beyonce can sing
Got
her
your
ass off.
damn mind.
No.
Yeah.
She's a popping singer.
Period.
Huh.
She's one
The
of
most popping.
the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Greatest of
Yeah, she
all
one of the goats.
time. And I'm just gonna keep it old school because that's how it. Mariah.
Oh,
Come on, Mariah.
Come
That's
on,
a heavy
Mariah.
hitter. That's
we
a heavy
in
hitter
Mariah
list.
time. Too.
And
It's
yeah, we Mariah season.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mariah Christmas.
Yeah. Those are my top 5 for sure. Those are also, besides Jasmine, because we're kind of closer in age, who I literally grew up on
Yeah.
listening. Whitney,
Great
Brandy.
list.
Brandy is
Brandy is.
the book of
Yeah.
ad libs and choices. Like people are like, oh, she's so good. No, her choices.
Yeah.
People on this placement. and
Yeah, just
it's just a little
Not
bit.
special.
Just, they hit that note right there when that chord right when and the transition to. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she a technician.
yeah,
Oh, she's surgical with
Yeah.
this shit.
yeah. But even and B, like same way. Her choices.
She's surgical as well.
Surgical. And then you have Mariah where it's like this feeling too.
Mariah is able to dance in this belt whisper space.
Yeah.
That only Ariana Grande has been able to mimic.
I definitely kept it to my back in the days because
Yeah.
I didn't want to have to even deal with all that because there's so many more.
There's
so many honorable
there's some
mentions.
aliens now,
Especially
kids.
in our generation.
Yeah.
But I just kept it to what I grew up on for the most part. I just had to throw Jasmine.
No.
Because Jasmine takes me to church.
Silly.
Ooh, but Fantasia
Silly.
does too.
For no reason. Just shouting for no.
Fantasia
No, listen.
does too.
Listen. Fantasia. Lord Jesus.
That's what it is.
Fantasia. That's what you say after Fantasia. Then you say whatever else you go. Fantasia. Lord Jesus.
She just sang at this L Woman in Music event. Woman in Entertainment or Hollywood. She was getting an award and she went up there and she just said, "Glory be to Jesus," but started singing it. When I tell you,
She got it.
everyone was like teary-eyed.
Yeah, you start shouting.
Woo,
You start shouting.
woo.
She got something different.
I looked at
She's anointed.
anointed. So yeah, that's my top 5 singers.
Anointed.
And I've been here before, so I feel like you're gonna say what is it? The superhero? The super.
We ain't there yet.
Not yet.
Look
Say-
at
hold
you
on,
speed.
hold on. Let me.
That's
Slow
the
your
manager.
little car
Guys,
down.
I'm really sorry. I'm really
Slow your
sorry.
car down.
I'm
You
sorry.
know
I'm
what?
sorry. I'm
We
sorry.
managing
Pump the
right
brakes
now.
on the camera.
Yeah, we managing
All right.
right now.
You're going too
Shit.
fast.
I was trying to manage something.
Y'all right. My bad.
Drive slow.
This is the R&B podcast.
R&B Money
What was
Podcast.
I thinking?
Your top 5
Mm-hmm.
R&B songs. You might have missed that on the sheet. You ain't even look at that.
He didn't give me a sheet.
Yeah, it probably was in your email. Was it in
Nope.
your email? Jay
There
didn't
was
put
no
that in your email?
No.
You said you've been here before.
Oh, you see what you did? You put a manager's little woo-wop on me. You see what he did?
You said you were
said-
fed of the
you
pie.
said you been here.
You said.
Come on, R&B
Wow.
Songs. Come on.
Wow.
Gots to
Guys.
be. Girlfriend. Bump, bump, bump.
Not pandemonium. No.
Gots to Be is one of my favorite songs. Though. Oh my God.
Amazing
Wow.
song.
I should have thought about this. This isn't fair.
You here now?
Okay.
Come on. What you riding to? What you riding to? When all else fails, you gotta, your songs you just like can't get away from.
I'm trying to pick which Jasmine Sullivan song. Oh, sorry. Dangerously in Love.
Way to kick it off.
Thank you.
You
very
know
much.
what? Way to kick
I
it
was
off.
looking a little shaky.
No. For that, we're gonna give you an edit. We're gonna edit it so it
Okay.
don't look like you
Thank
took
you.
so long. I'm lying.
Thank you.
You know I'm lying. No.
Who wrote Dangerously in Love?
Who wrote Dangerously in Love?
I need to know that. That's cool. I need to know that.
Can I use my phone? So
Yes,
I
you
can
can.
look at what's
Please, do whatever you want to do.
Who did write
wrote
that
that?
record? That record is incredible.
In Love with Another Man. Jasmine Sullivan.
Jasmine Sullivan. Yeah. Women don't make songs like that all the time. Because that's a very true thing. They be thinking that niggas only feel that way.
Oh my God.
It's not the truth.
Oh my God.
Women feel that way too.
It really.
And they be in love with another. They be
That's
they
true.
be with a nigga, be in love with another. Yeah.
That's true.
Yes.
She sang it too. She sang it from the depths of her soul.
She's saying
Like she was in the middle of it.
that's what it hits something. Like
Yeah.
it's just different.
Yeah.
Brandy. I think for me, this is just me. I don't know why, but Angel in Disguise was something that really. Do you guys remember that one?
Absolutely.
Don't do this. Don't you ever
Angel in Disguise.
with Joe in them backgrounds, don't play. And I love, babe.
That was
you-
woo. That's
you-
really
Yeah.
the backgrounds for me, and the way she stacks
Boom, boom.
crazy. Because it didn't feel like an R&B song, but it was. It was such an R&B.
Can we say that? And if I could be overstepping, just answer me this. Can we say that Brandy, LaShawn, Rodney Jerkins are the most magical
Oh yeah,
music combination,
I think so.
R&B music combination ever?
He can't say it. Clearly.
Is it close?
A guy named Michael Jackson and Quincy Jones.
I'm not disputing that.
I'm not disputing that either. I agree, but I think in the women's side.
Okay. I mean, because there's also this guy named Kenny Babyface Edmonds and a young lady named Toni Braxton.
I'm gonna put
that gets very aggressive together.
I'm gonna put Brandy.
I'm gonna put Brandy above that.
Above that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm putting them on that Michael level, that Michael Quincy Jones level you just spoke of.
It's a very high level, but I don't know if anybody gets to that level. But okay, go. That's fine. It's fine.
Keep going, Lydia. We'll argue about this later.
I'm not going to argue. I'm just going to say, your opinion is your opinion. Music is subjective.
Is that where we're going? So we're going subjective.
Music is subjective.
I love when I get to watch.
Michael Joseph Jackson.
We didn't disagree with that.
Disagree with that.
Okay, but then you want the other one that I have? I have another one too.
Go for it.
It's these guys named Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis and a young lady named Janet Jackson.
Yeah, okay, well, the Jacksons are just like, that's
one. I get it. This is getting disrespectful.
I love Janet Jackson. I love Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
I think they're all phenomenal.
But in terms of information that I extracted that helped me be me,
agreed.
It would be Rodney Jerkins, LaShawn Daniels, and Brandy every day.
Also, that was before my time. That was before my time a little bit. The Janet Jackson era.
Every day in my car.
Subjective.
Them.
I just told you.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I was born
music is subjective.
It is.
So
that's why some people can
because I'm not just speaking about success. I'm speaking about the magic of the music, who it inspired, who it moved, the people that were birthed from it.
He still doesn't agree with you.
No, I'm not supposed to though. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, but he posed the question as making a statement. And that's when
it is magical.
And that's when we had the disagreement. That's okay. All. Yeah.
I think we agree. I think in the long term of it, we agree.
Me and you agree.
I agree with both.
Let's wait a while before
we smart.
I agree with both
before
of you.
We agree.
That's the manager in there.
That was smart.
I agree with you.
My guy Ruben heard that.
Yeah.
I agree with you, but I also agree with you.
He slipped it in.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said let's wait a while before we make that decision.
We'll talk about this over full moon.
Well,
it's fine.
I agreed with both of y'all. Speaking of full moon. Next song for me, Superstar.
Yes.
I love that record.
Great record.
Love that record.
And I take back Angel in Disguise because that was a great one.
You started this whole debate.
I know.
And now you about to take the song back.
No, because that song's still great.
No,
but
it's fine.
Full Moon.
That's your one.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Full Moon is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Shout out to Mike City.
All time.
Love that.
Mike City.
I think, how many is that?
Oh, is that 5?
Well, you took one back, but I mean, you can still keep Andrew Disguise in if you would like to, and Full Moon, because they're both amazing records.
Give one more, just.
But we can give us one more.
Come on. One more.
I don't know why I'm blanking. I think it's because you guys are asking me, and these lights are bright. You know what I mean? I said Dangerously in Love.
Mm-hmm.
I said Full Moon.
Mm-hmm.
I said In Love with Another Man.
Mm-hmm.
What else did I say?
You said Andrew Disguise. So really, you have 2 more.
No, there's another one. I said Superstar.
Oh, you said Superstar. You did say Superstar.
There's 4. Yeah. It's going to sound like I'm saying this because I'm on this podcast, but that song actually took me, I couldn't stop playing it to the point where my mom knows every word. When We by You.
Your mom knows every word?
Yeah.
Come on, mama.
He's like, come on, mama.
And I just saw it because it's right in front of my face.
Come on, mama.
That was my...
Yeah, at the Scream Tour.
Come on, mama.
Mama and the aunties.
You was out of control.
I could say Take You Down too, because that was a song that really did. But yeah, you're very much, that was one. But I really, I know there's some that I'm like, damn it, why didn't I say that? But
we'll get them next.
Look at those.
When We. When we is.
Now the part you were prepared for, the Voltron.
I wasn't prepared
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
I just remember.
Whatever. Here we go. Your R&B Voltron, your super R&B artist. Who you getting the vocal from, who you getting the performance style from, who you getting the styling from, and who are you getting the passion of the artist. Okay, let's start with the vocal. Whose vocal you using for that?
Who am I using for the vocal? It's between Beyonce. The thing is, I want to say Jasmine, but the only reason is Jasmine, I'm thinking like a manager for sure. Jasmine's voice isn't as universally understood as Beyonce's because it's so soulful that if I'm trying to make a Voltron, I need someone that
can do
it all.
cross.
And she could do it all. But I think Beyonce,
I think we've just heard Beyonce do it all.
maybe that's the thing too.
We've heard Beyonce do it all.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
I'm going to choose Beyonce's voice.
Okay. She's like a Beyonce's voice is
No,
a
I'm
great
not.
okay.
I'm choosing Whitney's. I'm choosing Whitney's. I'm choosing Whitney's. I'm choosing
No,
Whitney's.
not.
I'm choosing Whitney's. I'm choosing Whitney's. Because Whitney's like a mixture of both.
Yeah. Fair enough.
She can get soulful and she can do both.
It's Whitney
your voice.
Houston. I mean,
It's Whitney Houston. It's Whitney Houston.
it's Whitney Houston.
It's Whitney Houston. I don't know why I even
It's
blanked on that.
nothing even
It's
there.
Whitney.
I thought that's who you were going to pick.
Whitney.
Performance style on stage.
Beyonce.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I like it.
Yikes.
I argue nobody's beating her on stage.
That's why I was like, I can use her for something else. Beyonce.
Like what you're doing here.
Whitney, Beyonce.
Styling.
Rihanna.
Oh, you just out of control.
Yeah. Work.
Ooh. Oh, she building. She know it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, I'm getting a manager. What? This,
I
what?
like it. I like it.
Okay.
The face when you know you're cooking. The passion of the artist.
Janet.
She sweated out.
You gonna feel every emotion.
She sweated out. I seen her do it
To this day.
to this day.
This day.
Yeah, she's made men just fall over. The passion is her eyes when she's staring at. Woo,
Woo,
woo.
woo, woo, woo.
It's like, should I look away? Should I
Are
not?
you looking?
Are
Who are you
gonna-
looking at? Who are you looking at?
Right.
This way.
It couldn't be me. Is it me? Oh my God.
I like what you. Whitney. Beyonce. Rihanna.
And Janet.
And Rihanna.
That's a cold Voltron.
That's a
That's a cold Voltron, huh?
Cold Voltron.
Am I getting the award for that?
You
Come on.
listen.
Listen.
You're up for it.
Help us. Let's all find her and let's manage her together. Sheesh.
I'm just saying, because I know you all ask
Yeah.
everybody this, but I feel like that one,
That was
I
clutch.
feel like I might be top three. I don't know.
Might be
Top two, not one.
I mean, that's an artist that's going to sell
Destroy.
300-400 million records.
Right.
Only perform in stadiums.
Yeah, sell clothes and makeup.
Sell clothes and makeup.
And makeup
Like,
Yeah.
and dance their
That's,
ass
that's,
off.
that's the
That's-
ultimate artist.
ultimate.
That's the ultimate artist. Good job.
Thanks.
Good job. We got something else for your ass stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now the piano is going down home.
I ain't saying no names.
Yeah.
I ain't saying no
Yeah.
names.
Not saying
I ain't saying no
Yeah.
names. I ain't saying no names. Where you was, who you was with, what you did. Don't say shit. I ain't saying no names.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. This is why niggas be scared to come on here.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I told you I was talking to my publisher. She was like, "Are you sure you want to do that?"
Shit right here, nigga.
She was like, "I don't know."
Shit right
There's a
here,
segment.
And I was like, "They're like my brother." She's like, "That's what I'm scared about." She was like, "Do not talk to them like normal."
It's time. It's time. You know, we got a very, very important
Boom,
segment
boom.
of the show. It's called I Ain't Saying
I'm
No
very
Names.
okay.
You know, and I mean, listen, you are a veteran to this thing, to this show. You know exactly. You've been here.
I feel like I erase this part out of my head every time.
No, you can't.
Okay.
Because you know, we know Lydia got some stories.
Oh
You
no.
know, we know you got some stories, and we know you know how not to say the names associated to those stories.
She know.
Huh? You're very good at that.
She know.
Somebody that had some media training, or then gave some media training.
Gave some media.
Yeah. Was that one of your internships too?
No. I just learned the hard way.
Come on.
So what is this again?
You know what the hell it is. This is Lydia's. I ain't saying no names. Well, you can tell us a story, funny or fucked up, or funny and fucked up, and your travels and this shit. Maybe you dropped some food off at somebody's house and you didn't know who. You know, they opened the door. And it's like, oh, is you?
It's you.
Wait, and her?
Oh, ooh.
You know, it could be for your DoorDash days.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we don't.
Yeah, they don't know. It's, you know, college days. You know, so, you know, but you gonna tell us a story.
You know what's funny? When I was sitting right here, when I had to do this with my artist, I was like, tell the story. Now I'm like,
Yeah.
what story would I tell? Oh, I'll do this story. I don't even give a fuck if I told the name, but
love
I'm
it.
not going to. But I'm not going to.
Because you can't.
Nothing to do with anybody I've ever represented. So that's
No
perfect.
face, no case.
There it is.
I was at the club. Clearly, this was back in the day because I don't go to the club unless we're paid to go to the club.
Okay, talk your shit.
We were at the club, and I think this was fresh out of me getting out of college. And we were outside. I told you guys. That was like my networking. We can meet people, da-da-da. And we met this famous man. He's a famous man. Very famous man. And he was on me and my friends hard. Like, you guys are beautiful. Oh my God. What is this? What is this? Like, just all up in hands and the hair. I was like, okay. And he was like, we're going to have a party. Come back to the crib. So I'm like, should we go back to the crib, you guys? We've been to, wow, another story popped in my head. It's okay. I was like, should we go back? And they're like, I don't know. And he's texting us. He's like, where y'all at? I'll have my car
Somebody
come.
gave the number up.
Yeah, somebody.
Not me. He's texting my friend. Where y'all at? Da, 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 da. And he was like, come. So it was somewhere, it wasn't too far. It was like Bel Air E. But it was one of those, I don't know what, or Brentwood. You know how Brentwood has those high rises, the penthouses? It was one of those. Okay. So we pull up, there's a bellman, there's a doorman, all that. And I'm like, okay. And we're like, hi, like, we're here for whoop, whoop, whoop. Can you buzz us up? And he's like, yeah. It's three of us, me and my girls. We're in 6-inch heels, just left the club. Like, I'm just putting this was a supper club day.
So now you 5'9".
Now I'm 5'9".
Now you volleyball.
If my hair was half up, half down, I'm giving 5'10", 5'11".
Oh, you giving them the
Okay?
Give them the life.
Period.
The life. Yeah.
So we're like, okay, cool. And all my friends are taller than me, so we're all around the same height now. Get in the elevator, and we're like, what is this going to be? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, you gonna mess with him? She was like, no. And then my other friend was like, for sure ain't. And I was like, well, I guess we just gonna kick it then. And she was like, the security guard was kind of cute. I was like, girl. So I'm like, okay. And she's like, she was like, let's just go see what it's giving, because maybe there's gonna be more people there. That's what we were expecting. Like
A party.
Yeah.
that we've all been to at whoever's house is. And it's a number of us all there. It's not just them. So we start walking down. I was like, it's quiet as fuck, you guys. And they're like, I know. Is this a party? I was like,
Is this a party?
so we walking. Now we slowly walking. I was like, which penthouse? And they're like, the one at the end. We going down this hallway. I'm like, girl, it's giving crickets. So we can hear them talking, but it just sounds like 4 of the same 4 we saw at Supper Club. So I'm like, this ain't no party. And she's like, hold on. So my friend puts her ear. And he's like, okay, so when they get in, make sure you grab their phones, make sure you grab their bags, make sure you put them in that room, and then make sure lock the... As soon as she heard lock, she said, bitch, they about to lock us up. I said, huh? I heard rope, lock doors.
Hey, listen, I get it.
So something that I've always had to work on is when I get scared, I don't say anything. I just start running.
You just start running.
I run.
You got 6-inch heels on though. Too.
I ran.
Okay.
Track star.
You just out of
Booked
nowhere
it. I said, what? She was like, ropes.
You just
Booking it. I'm already halfway down. They're like, bitch. So they're running behind me. They heard us.
They hear the running.
Hear the running.
Open the door. They're like, yo, where y'all going? Running after us.
no.
Running after us.
No
We
shit.
are full blown sprinting in heels, running down this thing. I had a head start because I didn't tell nobody I was gonna run. So I'm like,
you so dirty.
I'm tapping. I'm looking out for all of it. Thank God I did. They would have catch up to us. I'm pressing the thing. It opens. I get in. My girls finally run him after. Boom, boom. They're like, he's right behind us. I'm like, door closed. We didn't even click a thing. We're just door closed. Hit lobby. It starts going down. We're like, in the elevator, panting. And I was like, why did they chase us? Why did two grown men chase us?
That's tricky right there.
Why did 2 grown men chase us? And she was like, and it was his like security. And I was like, to pick us up and take us in there. And she was like, I for sure heard rope. I was like,
I for sure heard rope.
No.
I didn't hear rope, girl.
Fucking
She was like, mm-hmm. And she was like, at the way that 6-7 foot man was running after us, I heard rope, Lydia. Like, there's no way. And I was like, I don't know, but we not about to find out. Mind you, we didn't drive. We Ubered. So we're like, where are we about to go?
So now y'all just downstairs.
No, we not.
Y'all can't run
soon
it?
as the absolutely we did.
I love
as
it.
soon as the
Keep
thing
running.
opens, I'm like, y'all book it. I don't care where we going. We're gonna get lost in the street, like the neighborhood. We get out, we start running. Why is the bellman trying to stop us?
What? Oh, he thinks y'all probably
fuck
stole
outta here.
something or something.
No. He's in on it.
He's in on it. And
They
then I look
called him.
over and the guy, the front desk guy's like, you guys stop. He's saying, like, why are you guys running? And we're like, huh? Oh, hell no. We're doing this with him. My other girl got around. One of them was still just trying to like get it. And I was like, if you don't let her go, and then we hear bing, 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 homeboy.
Damn, homeboy.
When I tell y'all my heart was in my ass, I was like, I done worked all this work. I said, I done done, this is not,
No.
this is not how Lydia gets taken down.
How does that hurt?
My asshole. Fully. I was about to shit my heart was about to be shitted out because I was like, ain't no way.
Oh my God, my heart was in my
Ain't no
ass.
fucking way.
So the chase continues?
The chase continues.
What? How did this go there? I just don't got it.
Panting. I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Shut up.
They're looking for y'all.
They're looking for us. We were hidden in the...
Oh, there's some wild niggas out here.
We running, and I'm like, where are we gonna hide? I'm like, just stop talking. So at least, but all you hear is
Yeah, because y'all got the heels.
our
Y'all
heels
supposed to
are
take
loud.
the heels
as-
off and start running.
When?
Once y'all got in the bushes.
When?
Once you got in the bushes.
We could
You gotta
barely
take
even
them
get in
off.
the bushes. Well, they could see us. I was like, they could see us. Get back up. Running again. Now I'm like, okay, we got to go around someone's thing or something. So we start hitting it, and we're like, I'm like, we low key have to separate.
Yo, this shit is turned into a full
Sounds like Boys in the
movie.
Hood. That's just separate you.
I'm like, what are we? We're running. We're running. We are running. I think we hid behind a car that was parked somewhere weird. And then we didn't hear them anymore. And it was like, literally, we were calling an Uber and made sure the Uber pulled up right to where we're and jumped in. And we're like,
That's crazy.
He's like, we need y'all in here.
yeah.
And the friend,
who knows?
And the friend heard rope.
She swears. But ain't no. All we heard was just like, make sure you take this. And when they
Right.
get in here, what?
Hell nah.
You said it was a party, sir. And we went and got food after the club and then came. So it should have been popping. It should have been popping.
Oh, it was gonna be popping.
It was gonna be popping.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the chase
I've seen him
for?
after too.
What'd he say?
He just acts like he doesn't know me.
Bellman, no.
If you
everybody in on it.
If they're running from my door, I'm like, oh shit, must be an emergency. I'm not.
Yeah.
And then when we saw that they were chasing us, we were screaming. I know people. We were like, "Bitch, get in the elevator, bitch!" Literally, he's right behind me. Fuck.
All the more reason to stop chasing.
Yeah.
Stop running. Fuck no. What the fuck? No, we are running.
Them niggas was thirsty.
Yes.
I hope that's all that it was. That's what we like to say it was. We just chalk it up that they were really feeling us, I guess, and wanted to kick it.
Well, we're glad you're here.
We're glad you're here.
Didn't go in the room.
For selfish reasons.
Tell your friend thank you for putting her ear to the door and hearing whatever she heard.
I
So y'all
heard
get
them
the
say,
fuck up out of there.
yeah.
That's it. So
With my artistry, like nobody can tell a story like that, like a wild story. Like I gotta do something.
no, you don't.
No,
that
you
people
don't.
get
You
a
don't.
story.
No,
I gotta
you
put some
don't.
people in the closet.
No, you
No,
don't.
you don't, bro.
No?
You don't.
You don't.
sure?
You don't. Just get some green M&Ms or something.
Be
Tell people
legendary.
you only want
I
green.
don't
Just
need a
do
legend.
something
I don't
basic.
chase nobody
like
down
that.
the hall. No.
No, bro. No. This.
The hall
stay in
was
my
that
lane.
was. I called my mom after that. She was like, "You see,
See,
this is what happened."
she warned you. She did warn you.
She told you.
She told me,
Why I pray.
literally.
Well, Lydia, your family,
Yes.
we are beyond proud. We got your back.
Absolutely.
The support is through the roof.
Thank you.
Whatever you need us for, it is done.
Amen.
That being said, thank you for coming.
Of course. Thank you
Yeah.
guys for
We
having me.
appreciate it.
I
You know
love
what I
it.
mean?
I feel like we went way past our
Listen,
time.
it's just information.
It was just we started before we even started.
Yeah, no,
It's
we was
funny,
already
'cause I
gone.
was like,
It was
are
another
we-
40 minutes off.
I was like, are we rolling? No.
But it's just, this information, like we said, it's just needed.
Yeah.
It's needed. These stories and these examples
Yeah.
are needed.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, it doesn't stop here.
No,
It starts here.
it does. And
And then there will be 30, 40 more Lydias because
hundreds, I hope.
hundreds because of this.
I hope so.
Yeah.
And we'll all be here rallying them on.
You better believe
Absolutely.
it. You better
Yeah.
believe it. Batteries for everybody.
For sure.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for having me.
Come on
thank you
now.
for
I
coming.
appreciate y'all.
My name is Tank.
I'm J Valentine.
This is the R&B Money Podcast, the authority on
Yeah.
all things R&B.
Period.
Business.
Business. We stood
Stand
on
on it.
business today.
We did. 100%. Ooh, I have one more shout out. Or
Shout
two.
it.
Sorry.
Okay.
Just because we didn't even talk about people in marketing space. Lauren Rogers. She's a black woman who's amazing.
Yes,
Talk
yes,
about it.
yes,
She's
yes.
been a manager too. I don't know if you know about her. Christina Milian, she was right next to her. She was a long time. And I think there was a couple more, but I mean, there's Aaron Pepper and Genesis Salazar. There's just so many other women that like we could just shout out, and I hope we can. If I miss one of y'all, and I love y'all, like we're here, but off the top of our heads, I feel like any chance we can empower these women,
Yes.
I want to.
Yes.
And
Tell them to pull up on the podcast.
pull up on the podcast.
Yeah.
Pull up.
They talking, they making it a safe space mostly.
It's mostly. Yeah.
But come on here.
Yeah.
And so the other girls of all sizes, colors, shapes, and forms
Absolutely.
can do what we do.
This has been Boss Talk
Boss talk. Ooh.
with Lydia
Maybe
Asrat.
I need to.
You heard that?
That's the name.
Lydia Asrat. Huh? Lydia.
Yes. Yes.
Asrat.
Yes.
Yes.
R&B